All right, just going to do some testing of the audio here to make sure that we are good to go for a expedited puck drop here tonight, a non-traditional puck drop of 6 p.m. Pre-game show is getting ready to be slated for 5:30, and that will be on the radio with video coverage as well. And we are getting set for puck drop here. Testing the audio, testing the audio. Testing the audio, testing the audio. Testing the audio. All right, ladies, we should be ready to roll by 5:30 on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Sam Jensen will be joined by Adrian Cummings. Joey Spanger will be on the camera. Tentative scheduled start time for the pregame show will be at 5:30. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you Grand Forks Central Hockey. The Knights, the number one team in the Eastern Dakota Conference, taking on Devils Lake this evening. A non-traditional puck drop scheduled for 6 p.m. on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We are on air 1310 AM, 107.9 FM with video coverage available as well. You can access that stream by visiting our website, knoxradio.com, under the Live Sports tab. My name is Sam Jensen. Momentarily, I will be joined by Adrian Cummings, and we got Joey Spanger behind the camera. Dean Braceth back at Leighton World Headquarters, keeping us on air and sounding good. This pregame show brought to you by True North Equipment, true to our values, driven by you, and Signature Graphics and Apparel. We craft your vision, you watch it come to life. Grand Forks Central feeling very comfortable at the top of the Eastern Dakota Conference standings. That's a great segue to take a look at our Drive for the Title. Drive for the Title brought to you by Toys for Trucks. Accessorize your car, truck, or SUV today at Toys for Trucks. Grand Forks Central with an undefeated 7-0 record on the season in EDC play. Good for an 8-3 record overall on the season. They are 7 points ahead of the team that is in second place in the EDC, that being West Fargo. Grand Forks Central with 21 points, 3 points per win. West Fargo has 14. Then the EDC starts to bunch up with West Fargo, Fargo Davies, Grand Forks, Red River, and Fargo North. 14, 12, 11, and 10 points respectively. Knocking on the door is West Fargo Cheyenne. Then Devils Lake, who is 2-3 on the season. They have 6 points in EDC play. Rounding out the EDC standings, we have Fargo South Shanley, Grafton, Park River, and Mayport. Devils Lake so far this season, they're 2-6 overall. They have played significantly 3 less games than Grand Forks Central on the season. They are 2-3 in league play. Those 2 wins coming against Grafton and West Fargo. The finals in those ones were 6-4 and 5-2 respectively. Also in action tonight, Fargo Davies is traveling to Grafton to take on the Spoilers. Devils Lake here at Grand Forks Central inside Purper Arena. And West Fargo Cheyenne taking on West Fargo. The Battle of West Fargo taking place. So that is what is also in action tonight. This is our look at the Drive for the Title, brought to you by Toys for Trucks. Accessorize your car, truck, or SUV today at Toys for Trucks. We're going to take our first break of the pregame show here. A word from our sponsors. We will be right back with Grand Forks Central Hockey on KNOX.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to SprayAdvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
If you've got an electrical emergency, emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always...
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com. Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Welcome back to the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We are bringing you a non-traditional puck drop tonight for Grand Forks Central Hockey taking on the Firebirds from Devils Lake. Grand Forks Central 8-3 overall record on the season, undefeated in conference play, trying to continue their dominance over conference opponents this season against the Firebirds. The Firebirds, who are 2-6 overall so far on the year. However, they do have a near 500 record in conference. 2-3 with some stellar playmakers, especially the goaltender that they have in between the pipes, Brody Forsberg. That's a great segue to take a look at our Fuel for the Game. Our Fuel for the Game brought to you by Circle K, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Starting off with the Firebirds, we talked about their goaltender, and that is Brody Forsberg. Brody Forsberg has been tremendous for the Firebirds thus far this season. For those of you watching our video stream on KNOXradio.com, you see that he has a near 91% save percentage on the season, keeping the Firebirds in a lot of close games so far this year, including a matchup against Grand Forks Red River. The Firebirds lost that one by a score of 3-1, and they pulled off victories against some solid teams as well. West Fargo currently ranked #2 in the conference with 14 points on the year, 7 points behind Grand Forks Central. The Firebirds defeated the Packers by a score of 5-2, much with the help of Forsberg in between the pipes. Like we said, 91 save percentage, 3.36 goals against average. And then on that top line, they have two playmakers, Weston Nelson. Weston Nelson has 14 points on the season, 3 goals and 11 assists, and also Weston Strummy. Weston Strummy has 8 goals, 5 assists for 13 points on the season. They are line mates on that first line for the Firebirds, so certainly a line that head coach Grant Pernica for Grand Forks Central is going to want to match up against with his best defensive forward group. Now taking a look at the Fuel for the Game for Grand Forks Central. Their leading scorer so far on the season is Cooper DeZiel. Cooper DeZiel has 8 goals and 10 assists for 18 points overall. Ryder Burris right behind him. Ryder Burris has 17 points on the year, as well as Donovan Balick. Both those players have identical stat lines, 6 goals, 11 assists for 17 points on the season. Then we also, for those of you watching our video stream, have Trey Clausen listed. Trey Clausen has 15 points on the year, 7 goals and 8 assists. Grand Forks Central with plenty of depth. They have 9 players with double-digit point totals already this season. Taking a look at our line chart, 2/3 of the first line have over 10 points so far. The entirety of the second line has double-digit points on the 2024-2025 season, and 2/3 of the third line also have double-digit point totals, as well as defender Logan Nielsen, who has 4 goals and 7 assists for 11 points on the season. So talk about the depth that Grand Forks Central has. There is no rest for their opponents with 3 lines that have the ability to put the puck in the net. This is our Fuel for the Game, brought to you by Circle K. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Getting ready for a non-traditional puck drop of 6 p.m. here inside Purple Arena, and we're making our way through the pregame show. This pregame show brought to you by True North Equipment. True to our values, driven by you, and Signature Graphics and Apparel. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life. We're going to take another break here. Word from our sponsors. When we come back, we will continue on with the pregame show, getting ready for Grand Forks Central Hockey on KNOX.
Repairs in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats, to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod. Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics, we craft your vision, you watch it come to life.
Welcome back to Purple Arena. We're getting ready for a 6 p.m. puck drop between Grand Forks Central and Devil's Lake on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Sports Network. We are on the air, 1310 a.m., 107.9 FM, and we have video coverage available for you tonight as well. To access that stream, visit our website, knoxradio.com, under the Live Sports tab, or you could visit YouTube. Utilize the search bar, searching KNOX Live Sports. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to get a notification for all of our broadcasts throughout the remainder of the winter sports season. Coming down into the thick of the Eastern Dakota Conference schedule, thus far Grand Forks Central is undefeated in the EDC. They are 7-0 on the season in conference play, taking on Devil's Lake tonight. Devil's Lake is 2-3 in the EDC. However, they've defeated some talented teams. Their two wins coming against Grafton, who's towards the bottom of the conference, and West Fargo, the Packers, who have Division I commit on their team. They won that one at home in Devil's Lake by a score of 5-2. So certainly they've showed the ability to beat anybody and also lose to anybody this season. Grand Forks Central expanding on their lead in the conference standings. We're working along in the pregame show. This pregame show brought to you by True North Equipment. True to our values, driven by you. And Signature Graphics and Apparel. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life. Our True North Equipment, Signature Graphics and Apparel pregame show continues on. Right now we're going to take a look at the keys to the game. Keys to the game brought to you by Jarrell's. See what's new for the season. Stop in today. They got a drive-through now if you're just looking to stop in. Don't want to get out of the vehicle during the winter months. Stop in, ask for sock tape, ask for stick tape, have your skates sharpened. Nice new feature. See what's new for the season. Stop in today, Jarrell Sports. Let's take a look at the keys first off for Grand Forks Central. They're going to want to produce a lot of shots going up against Brody Forsberg. Forsberg has a 91 save percentage on the season, so volume is key for the Knights this evening. And also key, two of our keys focused on the talented goaltender that the Knights will be going up against this evening is taking away Forsberg's eyes. They want to have traffic in front of the net. And what you can't see, you can't save for the most part if you're a netminder in the sport of ice hockey. So Grand Forks Central is going to want to take away his eyes and put a lot of volume shots towards the net, no matter the angle. do not get burned in transition. You want to be aggressive in the offensive zone. A game like this might be an increased margin of victory for Grand Forks Central, so you might have some players hungry to pad the stats, if you will, but you don't want to get too aggressive in the offensive zone. Give Devils Lake an opportunity to come back the other way in transition. Devils Lake, all they need is a 1-goal, 2-goal lead, and they have the goaltender who has the talent to be able to maintain that margin throughout the remainder of any hockey game. Keys for the Firebirds. Forsberg needs to have a big game in net. I would expect the shot margin this evening. Grand Forks Central is likely to put up more than 40 shots against Forsberg. He's going to need to be sharp if the Firebirds want to have a chance of taking down the number 1 team in the Eastern Dakota Conference, that being Grand Forks Central. Back checking at all times. Press away from the net. When you are back checking, there's going to be shots on net towards Forsberg. When you're back checking, you have a greater likelihood of collecting those rebounds and putting them out of harm's way, pushing them towards the corner and out of the zone. And then Devils Lake is going to need to take their shots when they become available. So stretching the ice in transition, looking for those stretch passes from blue line to blue line from your defensive zone through the neutral zone, trying to get any way possible to spring your top forwards, those top forwards being Weston Nelson and Weston Strummy, both with 14 and 13 points on the season respectively. Sam Jensen here, now joining me is Adrian Cummings. We're making our way along the pregame show. This pregame show brought to you by True North Equipment, true to our values, driven by you, and Signature Graphics and Apparel. We craft your vision, you watch it come to life. We're going to take a quick break here, another word from our sponsors. When we come back, we will wrap up the pregame show, bringing you Grand Forks Central Hockey on KNOX.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters. Something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus in rooms that mirror today's workplace. Teachers who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College with faculty and staff here to help you succeed. We know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a non-traditional puck drop here inside Purple Arena, getting ready for puck drop around 6 p.m. Grand Forks Central taking on Devils Lake. Grand Forks Central being the number 1 team in the conference. They have a 7-0 record overall. Sorry for those of you watching our video stream. We're going to try to get our audio figured out here in the meantime. We, with Adrian Cummings showing up, not much room up here in the PS Garage Doors press box, but we should have our volume issue resolved at this point. Making our way nicely through the pregame show. The pregame show brought to you by True North Equipment, true to our values, driven by you, and Signature Graphics and Apparel. We craft your vision, you watch it come to life. Right now, let's take a look at the Franzen Bank and Trust starting lineups. Brought to you by Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC. Let's start off with Devil's Lake, the Firebirds, starting with line number 1, moving from left to right. Their top 2 playmakers include number 14, Weston Nelson, and number 5. Number 5, of course, being Weston Strummy. Number 7, the right winger on line number 1 is Jackson Schumacher. Line number 2 for the Firebirds features number 3, Carson Hogness, number 9, Ben Larson, and number 12, Brody Parker. Line number 3 for the Firebirds includes number 4, Braxton Devier, number 17, Tommy Rutten, and number 13, Cooper Geffro. And then there's also an extra forward who's certain to make his way into the mix. That is number 20, Thomas Levers. The defensive pairings for the Firebirds feature number 2, number 16, Braxton Boleen, and also number 21, that's Rylan Swenson. Defensive pairing number 2 includes number 2, Cole Thompson, and number 15, Thomas Connor. Defensive pairing number 3 features number 8, Noah Azure, and number 19, Caden McCarthy. Starting in net for the Firebirds, their star netminder, Brody Forsberg. Forsberg coming into tonight's matchup with a .336 goals against average and a 91 save percentage. He's kept the Firebirds in a lot of games and also helped spring an upset against the Packers of West Fargo, currently rated number 2 in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Let's move forward to our starting lineups for Grand Forks Central, brought to you by Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC. Starting off with line number 1 for the Knights. Moving from left to right, Ryder Rivard, Donovan Balick, and Che Kwame. Line number 2 features Gavin Walkenfoos, Cooper DeZiel, and Mac Blue. Line number 3, Jake Spicer, Trey Clausen, and Ryder Burris. And the 4th line features Brady Kirkeby, Rylan Spicer, and Brady Fee. The defensive pairings for the Knights feature Wyatt Blake, Logan Nielsen. Defensive pairing number 1, Nielsen, the sole defender for the Knights with double-digit point totals on the season. He has 4 goals and 7 assists, good for 1 point per game thus far this season for Grand Forks Central. Defensive pairing number 2, Kason Panzer and Finn Lockwood. And defensive pairing number 3, Hunter Hild and Boone Conta. Starting netminder for the Knights tonight is junior Rylan Burke. Rylan Burke thus far this season has an 88.3 save percentage. And those are our starting lineups, brought to you by Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC. Adrian, a little bit of a non-traditional time here tonight, 6 o'clock. No JV team for Devils Lake. They have canceled the remainder of their JV season, so that is why we started a little bit early, cut into our regularly scheduled programming. You got to think that has to favor the home team with Devils Lake fresh off the bus and starting a game earlier than they're used to.
Yeah, always tough when you have a town like Devils Lake that's not able to keep the numbers rolling for hockey. So tough for the hockey community across the state that Devils Lake's not able to play with the junior varsity team. Obviously, for the game at hand, probably does favor Central. Obviously, this is a team that last year just needed to win one more game, so we know what their goal is all season long and where they're going to be headed. Should be a nice night for hockey here in the Grand Cities. I'll be interested to see this 6 o'clock start. Well, not sure if there's going to be so much difference, but maybe there's a little bit of a different nuance to starting a hair earlier. But I expect Central to bring the energy, and I expect Devils Lake to be playing on their back feet tonight.
And we still got a partial band here. The percussion department has arrived for Grand Forks Central, so that's going to certainly help to provide an exciting atmosphere inside Purple Arena for this Eastern Dakota Conference matchup between the Knights, who are undefeated so far this season in conference play, 7-0 in the EDC. They are 7 points ahead of West Fargo. Devils Lake, they are 2-3. They have 6 points on the season. One of those wins coming against the team who is currently ranked number 2 in the EDC, West Fargo. We are just wrapping up our pregame show. Once again, that pregame show brought to you by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel. We're going to take our final break, and when we come back, we will have Puck Drop. Grand Forks Central taking on Detroit Lakes in hockey on KNOX.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online, RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for
As we welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Grand Cities. Adrian Cummings here. I'm on Sam Jensen's broadcast tonight. We got the Knights taking on the Firebirds in what should be some very good Eastern Dakota Conference hockey. Sam, give me your one final thing before we get into this broadcast that the Knights got to do to come away with the win.
They just got to put volume shots on net against Brody Forsberg, one of the best goaltenders in the conference. He's led them to some impressive victories thus far this season, and they've played in some tight games as well. Devils Lake lost to Grand Forks Red River by a score of 3-1, so he has the capability of keeping them in the game, and they have a star-powered first line. So the keys to the game for Grand Forks Central is volume and shots, and also not making any mistakes in your own end. Because if Devils Lake can get a 2-goal lead, a 3-goal lead early on, they have the netminder who has the capability to maintain that margin throughout the remainder of the game. We're getting ready for puck drop here inside Purper Arena. You are listening and watching to Grand Forks Central Hockey on KNOX, 1310 AM, 107.9 FM, and KNOX Live Sports. The opening faceoff is won by Grand Forks Central. Balick trying to tip it into the Firebird end. Has it taken away from him, comes out into the neutral zone. Devils Lake will collect it in their own zone. Skating with it now is Strummy. Strummy moves it up out of his own end. The teams will battle after it in the neutral zone. It will end up on the stick of Nelson for Devils Lake. He's going to backhand it through the neutral zone. It's tipped after center ice, so icing is negated. The teams are now going to battle for it in the near corner of Grand Forks Central's end. Good job right there by Rivard to move this one out into the neutral zone. However, it ends up immediately on the stick of Devils Lake. We continue to play on here. Grand Forks Central moving the puck through their own zone. On the far side with it is number 15. That's Cooper DeZiel. Cooper DeZiel loses track of it on the far hash marks, comes back out into the neutral zone where Mac Blue collects it. His backhand pass moves over to Kaysen Panzer. Kaysen Panzer will settle it down, move it over to his line mate Finn Lockwood. Finn Lockwood moves it up through the neutral zone, trying to skate into the zone with speed, but losing his footing is Cooper DeZiel. Picking it up there is Parker for Devils Lake, entering the Grand Forks Central zone, has it taken away from him. However, after a big hit, Devils Lake maintains possession. They have that one taken away on the far side by Panzer. Panzer over to Lockwood, moving it up through the neutral zone. DeZiel chasing after it in the Devils Lake end. Nice job right there by Connor of Devils Lake to skate it through center ice and dumping it down deep. The Firebirds are going to go for a line change. Grand Forks Central quickly trying to break it out. It will make its way all the way through the neutral zone. The Knights will have an opportunity to get a line change, and Devils Lake punches it right back below the Knights goal line. Settling the puck down back there is Boone Canta. Has the puck taken away from him momentarily. Canta still battling after it behind his own netminder. Good job right there by DeVere, moving it up to the point. Shot on net from Azure. Hits traffic in front. Skating back the other way is Spicer. He's going to dump it off the end wall and below the Firebird goal line. Back there for the Firebirds is Boleen. He has that one taken away from him by Ryder Burris. Ryder Burris working along the far wall, rings it away around to the near point. Spicer has it there on the near hash marks. Now the Knights are going to cycle it down low. Burris trying to get it back to Trey Clausen. It's going to ring around to the far corner where the Firebirds have an opportunity to break it out into the neutral zone. Momentarily, Grand Forks Central recollects themselves. They're going to dump it into the Firebird zone and go for a line change. However, we have a whistle on the play. Not sure what the stoppage of play is for. I'm not seeing anyone going to the penalty box. Correction, it is going to be a Firebirds penalty. This one's going to be assessed against number 8 for the Firebirds. That is Azure. Azure is going to go to the box. 2 minutes, unsure on what the penalty is. However, this is our first look at the Grand Forks Central's RBB Electric power play. Mac Blue collects the face-off at the near hash marks, brings it out to the point. Grand Forks Central setting it up. Pass to the slot. Ryder Burris' shot goes off the heel of his stick. Grand Forks Central maintains possession, but the pass back to the point, trying to get back to Ryder Burris. Hops over his stick. He's going to have to retreat all the way back below his own goal line. Grand Forks Central recollecting themselves, taking their time, skating it out of their own end on the power play with 13 and a half minutes remaining in period number 1. 1 minute and 20 seconds remain on the man advantage for Grand Forks Central. An opportunity there, backdoor for Cooper DeZiel. The puck is just one stride ahead of him. DeZiel making a man miss, creating some space for himself, passes it back out to the point. Collecting it there is Finn Lockwood. He throws a shot towards the net, hits traffic in front. Rebound collected by Grand Forks Central. They put another shot towards the net that hits traffic. The Firebirds are able to collect that one and dump it all the way down the ice. Adrian, I've been impressed thus far with Devils Lake's penalty kill, not giving Grand Forks Central many grade A opportunities.
Yeah, the first 2 minutes and 40 seconds in this game, Sam, are played continuously. So Devils Lake obviously going to be playing on their back foot. Any team would after shifts that long, but I thought they've done a really nice job with a nice breakout opportunity here. Working one-on-one, coming up, Ty shot just off the blocker near side.
Parker coming back the other way. Looked like he had numbers with his line mate Larson. A trip that goes uncalled in Grand Forks Central zone. Now just 30 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Knights. Skating the puck out of this zone is Wyatt Blake. Nice puck movement through the neutral zone. It's going to end up on the stick of number 14. Number 14, of course, is Ryland Spicer. Grand Forks Central getting their power play set up. Ryland Spicer chasing after it in the far corner near the goal line. Devils Lake is going to win that puck battle. They're going to chip it high off the glass out into the neutral zone. Collecting it there for the Knights is going to be Logan Nielsen. He's trying to make his way to the net on the far post. Throws it on frame, but that one is going to be collected by Brody Forsberg. So that's going to be a stoppage in play with only 3 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Grand Forks Central. Effective job thus far for Devils Lake, especially on the penalty kill.
Well, I just can't believe how long. I mean, they played for 2 minutes and 40 seconds before the first whistle. They played for another straight 2 minutes there, Sam. Excellent job by Devils Lake on the penalty kill, and this has been a high-powered Central special teams unit, and we saw that last year, and we've seen that early this year. It was a really, really nice job by Devils Lake killing that off early and trying to steal back a little momentum.
Maybe some momentum heading the way towards Devils Lake. Excellent point there, Adrian. Let's see if they're able to take advantage of that one. Teams are battling for it now behind Forsberg. Skating with it is Clausen. Clausen making its way out towards the point. Boone Canta trying to shove it back down low. That's going to hit traffic on the far wall. Devils Lake is going to dump it all the way down, so that's going to result in an icing and a stoppage in play. Now just 11 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in period number 1 on our All True Health System scoreboard. Unveiling a new hospital to the public today, Adrian.
That's right. That's where I was right before I got here, Sam.
And we are all knotted up at 0-0. Exciting day for our community, unveiling a brand new hospital. Certainly a lot of community excitement surrounding that matter. Grand Forks Central is going to win this offensive zone faceoff. It's going to come back to Finn Lockwood. Finn Lockwood's going to cycle it to the far wall. Chasing after it is Cooper DeZiel below the goal line. squirts out in front of the crease of Forsberg. Devils Lake was right on top of that. They pushed that one towards the corner and out of harm's way. However, the forecheck for Grand Forks Central persists. They're going to maintain some pressure. Trying a wraparound there was Gavin Walkenfoos. Unsuccessfully, it's going to squirt back out to the far corner where Walkenfoos gives it back to the point. Almost a backdoor play there. Trying a backhanded pass was Cooper DeZiel looking for Mac Blue or Gavin Walkenfoos on the far post. So Grand Forks Central taking that momentum right back after the penalty kill from Devils Lake. The Knights have kept it in the Firebirds' end since that time. Offensive zone face-off now for the Knights. Donovan Balick taking this one. He is going to win this one over to Rivard. Rivard throws a shot towards the net. That is saved by Forsberg. The rebound goes behind the net. An opportunity then coming once again from I believe that's Che Kwame. That one is saved by Forsberg. The rebound collected by Devils Lake out into the neutral zone. Grand Forks Central collects it, throws it right back behind the net. Forsberg settles it down for his defender. That's Azure. Azure trying to evade some pressure. Correction, that's Swenson. Swenson's going to ring it over to his defensive partner. His defensive partner being number 2, not seeing that on our line sheet.
Cole
But we
Thompson,
play on. That is Cole Thompson. Grand Forks Central right on top of the crease. A shot towards the net. That one coming off of the stick of Che Kwame. That's going to be gloved by Forsberg, and we're going to have a stoppage in play now with 10.5 minutes remaining in period number 1. Still knotted up at 0. Grand Forks Central has applied most of the offensive pressure. One scoring opportunity for Devils Lake. That one coming off the stick of Parker, but we still have no score to show for it. Offensive zone faceoff for the Knights. One goes towards the stick of Kirkaby. Kirkaby gives it out to the point to Boone Kanta. Kanta has it. Throws a shot towards the net. Tipped on its way. Nice job there by Fee. Tipping it on the way, but staying razor focused was Forsberg. Devils Lake collects a rebound. Skating back the other way with it now is Geffro. He's going to cross center ice and dump this one in. A centering feed just trying to make its way towards the net are the Firebirds. Rutten throws this one out towards the point. That's going to end up on the stick of Connor. He's going to throw a shot towards the net, and that is going to be saved easily by Rylan Burke. He saw that one the entire way, so another stoppage in play, 10 minutes remaining in period number 1.
First time we've really seen Devils Lake get an opportunity to put their offense together, Sam. They've been playing really in the defensive zone the first couple minutes of this game for 7 minutes, but seeing them finally enter the zone and get a shot that's just not on a breakaway, nice there as the Knights clear easily. They're pushing up the ice quickly.
Working up the near walls, Clausen. He's going to dump it in, cross ice. Devils Lake collects it in the far corner. That's Bodine. Bodine, breakout pass to the near hash marks. Deflects off the wall. It's eventually gloved by Panzer. He's going to dump it back into the Firebird end. Bodine has it in the near corner. He's going to use his sand wedge trying to just chip shot this one out into the neutral zone. It's going to go up into the rafters. So we're going to have a stoppage in play to the right of Brody Forsberg, the star netminder for the Firebirds, already with 6 saves in the game. 9.5 minutes remaining in period number 1. Offensive zone faceoff now for the Knights. This one's going to be taken by Trey Clausen. Trey Clausen's going to win this one back to the point. It's going to end up on the stick of Finn Lockwood. He throws a shot towards the net. Seeing that the entire way is Brody Forsberg, so we're going to have another faceoff at the same location. Trey Clausen once again taking this faceoff. He's going to end up losing this one. Possession is going to go the way of the Firebirds. Coming the other way is Weston Nelson. Weston Nelson, the leading scorer for the Firebirds, drops this one back to Cole Thompson at the near point. He throws a shot towards the net, and that is saved by Rylan Burke. He saw that one the entire way. So another nice play that developed offensively there for the Firebirds, but all of their shots up until this point have came from the outside. Would like to see more of their opportunities if you're a Firebirds fan coming from the slot.
Seems like they're getting into the zone, Sam, and they're kind of, I wouldn't say panicking, but they're opting for that quick shot, you know, not necessarily trying to set something up and work it methodically. Like you said, I'd like to see that as this game goes on, them working in the zone a little bit more. As a nice centering feed comes in here for the Knights. Weak backhander goes in. This one kicked to the side easily, but still around in the zone.
Nielsen collects it on the far point. He's going to ring it around. It's going to end up on the stick of Mac Blue at the near hash marks. He's going to have the puck separated from himself. It's going to come out into the neutral zone where Grand Forks Central is going to have to recollect themselves. Skating in on the near wall is Mac Blue now, making a move, has the puck taken away from him. Mac Blue now fighting for it at the near hash marks, comes towards center ice. Devils Lake able to maintain possession. Moving it now on the Grand Forks Central blue line. Larson skating with it for the Firebirds, getting pushed to the near corner where the teams are going to battle for it. It's going to move to the far side to Nielsen, who's going to ring it around. Nice cross-ice pass back to the near side. Walkenfuss has it on his stick, makes one man miss, one man to beat. He's going to throw a shot towards the net. Nice glove save there by Brody Forsberg. Gavin Walkenfuss almost was able to take on one-on-two opportunity, threw a shot towards the net. Right decision there.
Nice looking shot by Walkenfuss to the man right in his face. Really, really impressed with his ability to get that puck off quickly, Sam.
Balick taking the face-off now in the offensive zone for the Knights. He's going to kick this one back to Boone Kansa at the near point. He's going to throw this one off the end wall to the left of the net. Rebound collected by Devils Lake. They have it taken away from them by Che Kwame. Che Kwame's wraparound chance. And waiting for it at the far post is Brody Forsberg. So we're going to have another stoppage in play, this time with 8 minutes remaining in period number 1. A lot of whistles early on, Adrian. That has to benefit Devils Lake, slowing the game down.
I agree.
Defensive zone faceoff for the Firebirds. They're going to break it out along the far wall. Skating after it is Weston Nelson. 2-on-1 opportunity here for the Firebirds. A little bit too much stick handling. Nice defense on the back end by Hunter Hild. And now the Firebirds are going to continue to apply some pressure in the offensive zone. This one's going to come back out to the point. Skating with it there is Strummy. Strummy's going to try a centering feed. That's going to end up on the stick of Donovan Balick. Donovan Balick tries to make a play at the top of the circles in the offensive zone for the Knights. It's going to result behind the net. Balick's centering feed hits nobody. It's going to end up on the stick of Weston Nelson. Weston Nelson trying to skate through traffic in his own defensive zone, able to do so successfully. Now crossing center ice. He's going to drop this one off on the far wall for Strummy. Strummy's going to ring it all the way around. It's going to end up on the stick of Parker, trying to make a move below the near face-off circle. Coming all the way back out to the point. Cole Thompson throws a shot towards the net, hits traffic, and goes high and wide of the frame. Grand Forks Central collects the rebound, dumps it all the way down the ice. Icing is called off. So now the teams are going to battle for it behind Brody Forsberg, the Devils Lake goal line.
Nice tie up here behind the net from the Firebirds, Sam.
Good job by the Firebirds to negate a potential 3-on-2 there. Only the defenders back. Grand Forks Central forecheck doing a nice job, skating with it below the goal line for Grand Forks Central, coming back out to the point to Panzer. Panzer throws a shot towards the net, hits his own teammate. Rebound still on top of the crease, and that is eventually collected by the Firebirds, who are able to move it out into the neutral zone. Now a chance of their own, coming back the other way on the backhand. That's a goal for Devils Lake. That goal is going to be courtesy of number 12 for Devils Lake. That is Parker. Let's take another look at that replay, brought to you by American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency. A chance for Grand Forks Central in the Firebird zone. Coming back the other way, Brody Parker. Nice cross-ice pass. We're going to see who provided that. And then Parker goes forehand to backhand, beating the goaltender for the Knights. And the Firebirds up early. 6 minutes remaining in this one. And the Firebirds leading the Knights by a score of 1-0.
Sam, I was wondering to myself quietly, as the Firebirds have opted for a lot of, not necessarily high-quality shots when they've entered the zone. The way that they're playing is just pesky. They're not really letting Central get a lot of grade A chances on net. They're playing a lot of defense right now. They're not really getting in the offensive zone, but something like that exactly happens. You get a guy up ice who's able to put a nice move on it. Now they got a little more pep in their step.
Here comes Geffro crossing center ice for the Firebirds. Like you said, Adrian, the Firebirds seem to have dropped a little bit of weight, a little bit lighter in their skates after that goal from Parker. Officially, that Parker goal was assisted by Carson Hogness, hearing that over the public address system here inside Purple Arena. And the Knights are on notice. 5.5 minutes remaining in period number 1. They trail Devils Lake by a score of 1-0. And now another opportunity with Burke out of his net, trying to center that one for the Firebirds. That's going to end up in the pads of Burke. So the Firebirds string together a couple of nice opportunities. Strummy trying to get that one to the front of the net, trying to find his teammate Schumacher. But Burke doing a good job of breaking up that centering attempt with his pads. He's going to stay on top of that one. Now a defensive zone faceoff for the Knights. It's going to go into the far corner where the teams are going to battle for it. Grand Forks Central wins that battle. Mac Blue skating out of his own zone, crosses center ice, dumps it into the far corner of Devils Lake's end. Teams are going to battle for it now behind Brody Forsberg. Brody Forsberg plays well with a lead, and he has one here inside Purpur Arena. 5 minutes remaining in period number 1. Devils Lake beating Grand Forks Central, and what could be a shocker to the rest of the conference. Hard hit here on the near hash marks. Providing that hit is Gavin Walkenfoos to temporarily separate Devils Lake from the puck. Devils Lake now regains possession, unable to break it out of the zone. Nice job there by Panzer to hold the zone. He throws a shot towards the net, and that one goes wide. DeZiel collects the rebound. He has it below the goal line of Devils Lake, has it taken away from him. It's going to be rung around all the way to the near point. Another nice hold there by Panzer. Now Grand Forks Central is going to cycle it below the goal line. Devils Lake able to break that one up, and Weston Nelson is going to collect it on top of the far face-off circle and dump it into the neutral zone and go for a line change. Here's a chance for Grand Forks Central. If they hurry, they had numbers. Good job there by Connor for Devils Lake to negate that odd man rush opportunity. Now a one-timer off the stick of Donovan Balick is going to go right into the breadbasket of Brody Forsberg. So we're going to have a stoppage in play with 4 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in period number 1. Your Grand Forks Central Knights, the number 1 team in the Eastern Dakota Conference, trailing Devils Lake by a score of 1-0.
Been a very, very interesting hockey game, Sam. We'll have plenty of analysis for you in our halftime show. Intermission report, I guess.
Don't touch that dial. Stay tuned in to our video stream for our intermission report. Our intermission report's brought to you by High Plains Water and Grand Forks Welding and Machine. We continue to play on. Just under 4 minutes remaining in period number 1. Grand Forks Central applying some pressure, passing this one to the far point. Nielsen has it, throwing a shot towards the net. The rebound is going to come back towards Che Kwame in the slot. However, he had bodies around him. Devils Lake able to separate the Knights from the puck and dump it all the way down. Grand Forks Central has to collect it and regroup in their own zone. Donovan Balick trying to dump it out through the neutral zone is going to throw it all the way down from his own blue line. So that's going to be an icing and an offensive zone faceoff for the Firebirds. Taking a look at our All True Health System scoreboard, Devils Lake leading the Knights by a score of 1-0 with 3.5 minutes remaining in period number 1. Grand Forks Central leading in the shots department. That reads 12 for Grand Forks Central. 5 shots on net so far for the Firebirds. A nice goal by way of number 12, Brody Parker, for the Firebirds. Quick shot attempt for the Firebirds off that faceoff, coming off the stick of Weston Nelson on the backhand. That one is going to be saved by Ryland Burke, so that's a quick stoppage in play. Strummy taking the faceoff. Weston Strummy for the Firebirds, going up against Trey Clausen for the Knights. This one comes back to the point of Devils Lake, ringing it to the near boards. It's stopped behind the net by Weston Nelson. He tries to give it back to Weston Strummy. Strummy loses possession. Now Grand Forks Central is going to break it out through the neutral zone with it on the far blue line. Dumping that one in is Ryder Burris. Burris is going to collect it in the far corner. He's going to ring it around all the way to the near side. Panzer throws a shot to the far post. Went off Burris's stick, but it was wide of the net. Grand Forks Central able to continue to apply pressure. A shot from the point. An absolute snipe from Finn Lockwood makes its way through traffic, bar down, and the Knights are going to even it up with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in period 1 off the stick of Finn Lockwood.
Take another look at this one here on our American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. This one kicks out to the point, and Lockwood just snaps a tough shot, and you can barely see it at the end there, but that one went off where they keep the peanut butter, Sam, top shelf.
Where Grandma hides the peanut butter on the top shelf. That one will even things up on our All True Health System scoreboard. 1-1, a goal off the stick of Finn Lockwood. We're going to wait for the announcement from the public address. I imagine that one was assisted. Here comes the announcement now. Devils Lake with it below their own goal line, being pressured. The assist is going to go to Jacob Spicer and Ryder Burris. So the assist coming from number 11 and number 5 for the Knights with 2 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in period number 1. Here comes a 3-on-1 opportunity for the Firebirds. Larson entering the zone. He's trying to feed Hogness on the far wing. However, that's broken up by Grand Forks Central. Now they're going to break it out through the neutral zone. Entering the Firebirds zone, they do so off sides. So now we're going to have a stoppage in play with just over 2 minutes remaining in period number 1.
Central finds a nice answer there, Sam. They've really been outplaying Devils Lake in this game, but obviously the scoreboard doesn't necessarily reflect that. But they did a nice job of finding an answer, especially before this period is out. It's tough to take a deficit into the locker room.
Grand Forks Central regaining that momentum. The pendulum swings towards the Knights. They would love another one before they head into the locker room for the first intermission. They dump this one deep into the far corner. Grand Devils Lakes, Weston Strummy was going to collect that one, flip it out into the neutral zone. Stepping up is Blake for Grand Forks Central. That's Wyatt Blake to try hold the zone. Does so momentarily. Cross-ice pass from the Firebirds trying to find Weston Nelson on the far Grand Forks Central blue line is going to enter the Knight zone. The teams are going to battle for it at the far goal line. And skating away with it, Weston Strummy now skating towards the point. Now Pace directs his attention towards the net. His shot is high and wide. It's going to be battled after in the near corner. Schumacher has it. His centering feed is broken up by Mac Blue. Mac Blue skates it out of the Grand Forks Central zone, runs into traffic. Weston Strummy has it, trying to find Weston Nelson in the slot. The puck was floundering around right on top of the crease. However, Grand Forks Central able to get that one out of harm's way. Mac Blue now skating through the neutral zone. Nice job by the Devils Lake defenders to close that gap right as he entered the Firebirds zone. Firebirds with it in their own end. Cross-ice pass goes all the way to the other blue line. It's going to be collected there by Grand Forks Central. They're going to try to break it through the neutral zone. This is going to be broken up by DeVere. DeVere's going to move it over to Geffro. Geffro from the top of the near face-off circle throws a shot towards the net that's high and wide, rings all the way around. Grand Forks Central breaks it out. Devils Lake collects it in the neutral zone and throws it right back below the Knight goal line. The Knights, nice breakout pass there to the near wing. Onto the stick of Rivard. Rivard's pass to Kwame through the neutral zone is able to deflect off Kwame's stick to negate the icing penalty. And with it inside the Firebird zone, they're going to dump it all the way down. No icing. Hilda's going to have it there. Trying to find Balick on the far blue line. That one is broken up. Now just 8 seconds remaining in period number 1. Boone Conta with it in his own zone. Passing it to the far wing. Just 2 seconds remaining in the period, and that's going to do it after 17 minutes of play here inside Purpura Arena. Grand Forks Central all knotted up with Devils Lake, the Firebirds. We are tied at 1. We're going to take a break here. A word from our sponsors. When we come back, we will be bringing you the High Plains Water Grand Forks Welding in Machine Intermission Report. We'll be right back with Grand Forks Central Hockey on KNOX.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335. Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week. Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Welcome to our intermission report here inside Purple Arena on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Grand Forks Central all knotted up with Devils Lake after one period of play. A little bit of a surprise here. Grand Forks Central undefeated in conference play so far this season with a 7-0 record in the EDC, taking on Devils Lake, who's towards the bottom of the standings. They're 2-3 on the season in the conference. They've already beaten the number 2 team in the Eastern Dakota Conference, West Fargo, by a score of 5-2. But we're all knotted up. A lot of surprised faces here inside Purple Arena, including myself, Sam Jensen, and my partner, Adrian Cummings. You are listening and watching the Intermission Report. This Intermission Report brought to you by High Plains Water, your home's clear choice for awesome water, and Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the men of steel. Adrian, after one period of play, what's really stood out to you that has not allowed Grand Forks Central to come out to the margin of, having a lead that we thought they might have after one period?
Yeah, I would say if I'm Landon Swenson on the Firebirds bench, you have to feel very pleased with your team's performance. They're playing a lot of defense in that first period. Probably I would say 12 to 14 minutes of defense out of a 17-minute period. And yet they're tied up on the scoreboard. I mean, they found an opportunity. They got up ice quickly. Very, very pretty move put on the net by Brody Parker. I mean, that's highlight reel type of stuff. But if I'm Landon Swenson, I got to feel pretty good about the way that my team came out in that first period. It was getting a little slow, maybe starting to wear on them. And then, of course, they popped that one in the net, and the energy picks back up. Be curious to see when they'll get tired out, because obviously they just can't play like that forever. Central's doing a nice job of rolling their lines, and I would guess they have to probably feel a little frustrated at their opportunities because, again, all that zone time and really not even that many grade A chances. A couple nice ones. Wakenfoos had a nice in there, but I've just been a little surprised, I guess, by what I've seen so far in this game. I think we both thought this might get away quickly, but it's a tight game.
Tight game after one period of play. Grand Forks Central leading in the shots department, more than doubled up Devils Lake in that category. They've thrown 14 shots on net towards Brody Forsberg. He's made 13 saves. Devils Lake throwing 6 shots towards Rylan Burke. He's made 5 of those saves. Adrian, you made a good point about depth. I mean, Devils Lake has 3 full lines and 1 extra forward. Grand Forks Central with 4 lines. Out of those top 3 lines, line number 1, 2 of the 3 players have double-digit points on the season. Line number 2, that entire line of Wakenfoos, DeZiel, and Blue all have double-digit points. And the third line, also 2 of those 3 players have double-digit points so far on the season. Devils Lake only have 2 players on their roster in total who have double-digit points on the season. That's the pair of Weston Nelson and Weston Strumming. Neither of those players were the goal scorer for Devils Lake. Speaking of goal scoring, let's go through a scoring summary of period number 1. Starting off with the penalty detail, going to the net was Noah Azure for a too many men on the ice minor. I was a little confused up here in the PS Garage Doors press box about what that infraction was against the Firebirds. It was too many men on the ice. Grand Forks Central not able to take advantage on the power play. They're 0 for 1 so far this evening. Getting the scoring started was Devils Lake, jumping out to an early 1-0 lead at the 10:42 mark of period number 1. That goal coming off the stick of Brody Parker, coming in on the near side towards the net, going forehand to backhand, finishing on the backhand. Nice cross-ice pass from the defensive zone of the Firebirds. Carson Hogness setting that one up. And then Grand Forks Central ties it up under 4 minutes later at the 14:09 mark of period number 1. That goal courtesy of Finn Lockwood from the point just made its way through traffic, went bar down. I'm not sure Brody Forsberg saw that one the entirety of the way. The assists on that one coming from Jacob Spicer and Ryder Burris. So that's our scoring summary so far after 17 minutes of play. You are watching and listening to our intermission report brought to you by High Plains Water and Grand Forks Welding and Machine. We're on air tonight, 1310 AM, 107.9 FM, with video coverage available as well. KNOX Live Sports. You can access that by visiting our website, knoxradio.com. We're going to take a quick break here. A word from our sponsors. We'll be right back with Grand Forks Central Hockey on KNOX.
Branson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Branson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod. Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck. 587-6335.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our intermission report on KNOX and KNOX Live Sports. After 17 minutes, Grand Forks Central all knotted up with Devils Lake here inside Purpur Arena. The goals, Brody Parker for Devils Lake and Finn Lockwood for Grand Forks Central. Let's take a look back at an element we took a look at during the pregame show, and that's our Jarrell Sports Keys to the Game. These keys to the game brought to you by Jarrell Sports. See what's new for the season and stop in today. Let's take a look at Grand Forks Central, see how many keys they've accomplished so far. Volume in shots and taking away Forsberg's eyes. I'd say on that second goal for that first goal for Grand Forks Central, the second of the game in total, Finn Lockwood's shot, I would say that Brody Forsberg's eyes were taken away on that one. He didn't even go down into his butterfly stance as the puck went bar down on the Lockwood goal and not get burned in transition. And I would say that transition goal for Devils Lake, that would be an area where Grand Forks Central would want to tighten up their neutral zone defense to not allow an odd man rush opportunity like that. So Grand Forks Central successful in their one goal that they've had in terms of taking away Forsberg's eyes. They'd want some more volume thrown towards the star netminder for Devils Lake, but getting burned in transition as well. So both some positives and negatives to be taken away from head coach Grant Paranica for Grand Forks Central. And now taking a look at the keys to the game that we laid out for Devils Lake. Forsberg needing to have a big game in net, already making 13 saves on the night. He is on pace for about 45 shots that will be thrown towards him. Let's see his level of play and stamina throughout the remainder of this game. That will be key for the Firebirds to come away victorious this evening inside Purpur Arena. And back-checking at all times, the Devils Lake has done a nice job. Like you said, Adrian, earlier on in our intermission report, haven't seen a whole lot of grade A opportunities for Grand Forks Central, so that plays a lot to the positioning of Devils Lake in their defensive zone and back-checking through the neutral zone when Grand Forks Central is making their way towards the net in transition. And then also stretch the ice. They were successful in that matter. Nice feed from Carson Hogness finding Brody Parker at the near blue line. That was a blue line to blue line pass, so stretching the puck through the neutral zone. And Brody Parker doing a nice job of finishing on his backhand to give Devils Lake the first goal of the game. And now we're all knotted up after 17 minutes of play, so some nice keys to the game laid out by Ryan Cunningham, and we've seen some teams being successful by being accomplishing the goals, and they've given up some opportunities by not living up to the keys that were laid out for them.
Yeah, Devils Lake has done a nice job, Sam, defending the central onslaught, and I expect it's probably only going to get a little more intense as the second and third period goes on, and a little motivation comes from that locker room. They're out shooting Devils Lake right now 2-1 quite handily, I would say, and it's probably only going to go the other way as this game continues on. So Central just got to continue to find opportunities. They did a lot better, I think, when the puck was coming in from long. Inside, Forsberg is just so good close to the net. It's really tough to get it past him. He's got excellent vision when it's within the kind of that 8 to 10 feet. You know, when it's stretched out from a little further, maybe you get a guy that gets an opportunity to screen. I think it gets a lot tougher for him to play the puck. So I think that's what Central's got to do. Devils Lake, if I'm them, I'm looking to stretch the ice, like you said, but also, don't be afraid to try and set something up. It seems like a lot of times in that period they'd get a break, get to the blue line, and just kind of snap the first shot they could. I really don't think they need to do that. I think that they can take their time setting up a little offense and be a little bit more methodical about it. And when they get kind of decent opportunity, take advantage of it.
Teams are back on the ice, so that will do it for our intermission report. Intermission report brought to you by High Plains Water and Grand Forks Welding and Machine. We're going to take one final break, and when we come back, we'll bring you the second period of action here inside Purpur Arena, Grand Forks Central Hockey on KNOX.
Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your...
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We missed a little bit of action there. Devils Lake scoring in the early stages of period number 2, so they're going to take the 2-1 lead with 16.5 minutes remaining in period number 2. Jackson Schumacher, the goal scorer there.
We got burned a little bit, Sam. We were waiting just for the first 20 seconds to go by, and Devils Lake able to put on a nice shot through traffic. We'll see if we got a replay of it for you folks, but Devils Lake hopping out to an early 2-1 lead in this second period. Certainly the start that they wanted out of the locker room, and for Central, they got to find an answer here, Sam.
Schumacher with the goal, so that's 2 different goal scorers for Devils Lake. Their top 2 goal getters for the season, both Weston Nelson and Weston Strami, have been held off the score sheet thus far. Did not hear who got the assist on that Schumacher goal. However, we will be provided a stat sheet during our second intermission report. We were kind of hoping for a lack of action as we were in commercial break there leading into period number 2, and Devils Lake providing a spark while we were away. Now a 2-1 lead. Here's a chance for Grand Forks Central, and a goal on the backhand. Gavin Walkenfoos collecting a rebound right on top of the crease, and he had a wide open net to shoot at with 15 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in period number 2. Walkenfoos ties it up for the Knights. Let's take a look at this replay. Ryder Burris throwing a shot towards the net from the far point. A blocked shot is going to end up on the stick of Walkenfoos. So now with 15 minutes and 40 seconds left, these goals just 1 minute apart. This one is going to be credited to Walkenfoos. We're going to have to listen to the public address system to hear who had the assists on that one. So we are all knotted up. Just a minute and a half into period number 2, and we've had 2 goals in the second. A lot more goal scoring on its way. Finn Lockwood and Mac Blue being credited with the assists on that Walkenfoos goal for Grand Forks Central. We're all tied up at 2 with 15 minutes left to go in period number 2 on our All True Health System scoreboard. Breakout pass forward to Devils Lake is going to end up on the stick of Geffro. Geffro trying to make his way towards the far corner, has this one taken away from him by Hildy. Hildy puts the brakes on, reverts back, throws it to the hash marks on the far wall. Nice stretch pass to Ryder Burris, making his way through the neutral zone with speed on the backhand, trying to feed Trey Clausen. Trey Clausen unable to corral a bouncing puck, unable to get a shot off towards the net. With it there is Spicer. Spicer retreats out into the neutral zone, trying to get connected with Finn Lockwood on the far blue line. Unable to connect cleanly on that one. Grand Forks Central is going to recollect themselves in the neutral zone. Dumping this one deep is Panzer for Grand Forks Central. Collecting it below their goal line is Devils Lake. Quickly breaking that one out into the neutral zone, having it taken away at the red line. The teams are going to some sloppy play here in the neutral zone, some solid neutral zone defense for Grand Forks Central. Trying to take this one himself is Finn Lockwood, making his way through the neutral zone, entering the offensive zone for Grand Forks Central, quickly turning this one over. It's going to end up on the stick of Geffro. Geffro is going to cross center ice for Devils Lake, and he's going to dump it below the goal line of Grand Forks Central. The Firebirds are going to go for a line change. This creates an opportunity for the Knights to break it out cleanly. However, it's going to go off the stick of one of their forwards and end up on the stick of Geffro. He's going to dump it back down below the Knights goal line once again, and they're going to break it out. Have another attempt at breaking it out. They do so through the neutral zone, and it's going to result into the bench of Grand Forks Central. So we're going to have another stoppage in play. 13 and a half minutes remaining in period number 2. A lot of action in the second period here thus far, Adrian.
It seems like the only reason we're getting a stop and play, Sam, is for goals in this game. Central finds an answer very quickly. Wackenfuss all alone. Forsberg he made the initial save, but was unable to get the kind of the second action there. So nice tuck from Central. They're tying it up 2-2.
Wackenfuss joins Ryder Burris, Finn Lockwood as the goal scorers for Grand Forks Central. In this one, Lockwood had a goal from the points in period number 1. And now Wackenfuss with a goal right on top of the crease on the backhand to tie things up at 2-2. Both of those goals brought things even on the scoreboard. Devils Lake has had 2 separate leads. Grand Forks Central is yet to lead in this one. Entering the offensive zone for the Knights is Che Kwame. He's going to drop this one off to Donovan Balick. He's going to give it back to the point. Wyatt Blake is going to ring it around on the stick of Ryder Rivard below the goal line. It's going to poke out to the point where Logan Nielsen throws it towards the net. Rebound to Donovan Balick. His shot is wide of the net. The Grand Forks Central continuing to apply the pressure. Finally, Detroit Devils Lake able to break it out of their zone. Only momentarily, Devils Lake trying to break it out of their own end. Chipping it off the far glass is Weston Strummy. It's going to end up on the stick of Wyatt Blake. He's going to dump it back below the goal line of the Firebirds. Their second attempt at breaking it out misses its intended target of Strummy in the neutral zone. Grand Forks Central trying to break it out of their own end. Turned it over at their own blue line, but quickly coming back the other way is Mac Blue feeding Gavin Wackenfuss, looking to score again on the backhand. Good job by Brody Forsberg to hang with that one, making a nice save. Grade A scoring opportunity for the Knights. Knights not done yet. This centering feed thrown towards the front of the net by Ryder Rivard is going to be gloved by Brody Forsberg, so we're going to have a stoppage in play. Nice play there between Mac Blue and Gavin Wackenfuss.
Beautiful pass from Blue. Just a little chip pass right over the stick, and Forsberg, nice save in tight. Really just excellent hockey on both ends there, Sam.
Knights winning this offensive zone faceoff. Comes back to Boone Conta. Conta is going to throw it to the far corner. Collecting it down there is going to be Cooper DeZiel. Cooper DeZiel being pestered below the goal line. Throws it back out towards the point to Finn Lockwood. Finn Lockwood's going to give this one to Gavin Wackenfuss. He's going to throw it on net, and he's going to get a goal. Walking downhill from the top of the far faceoff dot was Wackenfuss. I believe that hit traffic in front. So Grand Forks Central is going to take the lead by a score of 3-2 with just under 12 minutes left to go in period number 2. That goal is going to be credited to Gavin Wackenfuss, his second of the period and second of the game.
Nice tuck by Wackenfuss there, Sam, having a very, very productive second period. He's got both of the Knights in this one. Excellent shooting ability from him inside. He had that nice breakaway in the first period, unable to get anything on it, but here we see his ability in tight, and he puts another one away past Forsberg.
It looked like that one was deflected on the way, so a good job of Grand Forks Central to have some traffic in front. That's Wackenfuss' second of the night, and Grand Forks Central's first lead. Cooper DeZiel and Finn Lockwood are going to be credited with the assists on that one. Grand Forks Central back in the offensive zone. A pass to the near post, trying to get connected there with Jake Spicer is broken up. Spicer's going to get possession of the puck, skating towards the slot, throwing a shot towards the net. That's going to hit a Devils Lake defender and go up and out of play, so a stoppage in play with 11 and a half minutes remaining. Grand Forks Central with their first lead of the hockey game. They've been playing from behind or playing all knotted up throughout the duration of our game thus far. Now sitting comfortable with the lead. Let's see if they expand on it or allow Devils Lake to get right back into this one. Offensive zone faceoff taken by Trey Clausen for the Knights. It's going to move forward to Spicer. Spicer skating behind Forsberg. Moving it up towards the point to Nielsen. Nielsen is going to dump it immediately right back down low to Trey Clausen. Clausen circling to the far corner, throws on the brakes, making his way back towards the net, is going to give it down low to Ryder Burris. Burris trying to give it to Nielsen, coming down from his position on the near point. Nielsen's shot towards the net is deflected. It goes towards the near corner. Grand Forks Central trying to make their way back towards the net. Doing so there was Ryder Rivard. Has it taken away from him. Coming back the other way is Weston Strummy for Devils Lake. His centering feed trying to find Weston Nelson. Unable to connect cleanly there. That would have been a grade A opportunity for the Firebirds. They continue to apply pressure. Nelson giving this one back to the point. Boline throws it towards the net. Nice save by Ryland Burke, who's all the way out of his crease. A shot from an odd angle, just trying to get it towards the net with Burke all the way out. Goes off of Burke's skates and out to the near point. Putting that one towards the net is Schumacher. He has the goal in the second period for the Firebirds. Coming back the other way is Ryder Burris into the Devils Lakes defensive zone. He's going to give it to Spicer on the far side. Spicer's centering feed is broken up by Devils Lake. Tired legs on the ice for the Firebirds. They're going to dump it all the way down, so we're going to have a stoppage in play with 10 minutes remaining in the second period. Grand Forks Central with a 3-2 lead. They've trailed 1-0 and they've trailed 2-1, but they have stormed all the way back now with the lead halfway through this one. Grand Forks Central on our Ultra Health System scoreboard leading the Firebirds 3-2. Defensive zone faceoff is won by the Firebirds. Connor moving this one nicely along the near wall, trying to get connected with Parker streaking through the neutral zone. He's going to tip that one after he crosses center ice, so no icing on the play. Grand Forks Central quickly breaking this one out. Fee on the fourth line. He's going to move this one over to Kirkaby. Kirkaby from the far blue line throws a shot towards the net. It's going to end up on the stick of Ryland Spicer. Ryland Spicer stops at the far hash marks. Tries to give to Fee, who is coming downhill from the blue line. Would have had room to operate. Kirkaby now settling it, skating in at the same location, making a man miss, throwing it towards the net. We're going to have a goal for Grand Forks Central. An odd play that was deflected right there. I wasn't sure if that was Kirkaby or Brady Fee with the goal on that one. Grand Forks Central trying to figure it out themselves. The first one through the handshake line is Brady Fee. So the fourth liner for the Knights, the junior, is going to get his second goal of the season to double the lead for Grand Forks Central. Let's take another look at that one. Nice job by Kirkaby, making a man miss, throwing this one towards the net, and Fee collects the rebound right on top of the crease and throws it in the net. That replay brought to you by American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency. Grand Forks Central now up by a score of 4-2.
Central really starting to lay it on here, Sam. I mean, Devils Lake looked tired. They thought they were going to maybe establish a little bit of zone time on the far end there, and they did a nice job of getting a couple good quality chances on net. Easily one of those could have trickled in. We could have had a 3-3 hockey game here, but Central goes right up the ice the other way and puts one in and slams it home. They're up 4-2.
Excellent point. Devils Lake challenging. Now here they come, skating into the offensive zone are the Firebirds. DeVere throws a shot towards the net. That's waffle boarded by Burke. Now behind the goal line of Grand Forks Central, the teams are going to battle after it. Devils Lake is going to go for a line change. Grand Forks Central skates away from that scrum with possession. They break it out to the near point. Cross ice pass through the neutral zone. Chasing after it down there is Brady Kirkaby, coming off of an assist. Kirkaby and also Panzer, Case and Panzer, are going to be credited with the assists on that Brady Fee goal. Doubling the lead for Grand Forks Central. Now another opportunity, a rebound with a shot from the point. That shot coming off the stick of Finn Lockwood. Kirkaby trying to battle for that rebound. Does so unsuccessfully. Devils Lake collects it and dumps it all the way down the ice. We got tired legs. A lot of tired legs for the Firebirds, and you can tell they're not even trying to skate this one out of their defensive zone. As soon as the puck is on their stick, when Grand Forks Central is starting to show some pressure on the forecheck, they just dump it all the way down for a whistle. Finn Lockwood with possession at the point after an offensive zone faceoff for Grand Forks Central. He moves it over to Case and Panzer. Case and Panzer moves this one down low to Ryder Rivard. Ryder Rivard now wraps it all the way around to the near point. Finn Lockwood then drops it for Donovan Balick. Balick right back to Lockwood. His shot misses left of the net, is going to ring around to the top of the far faceoff circle. Balick is going to hand this one off to Rivard. Rivard's centering feed, trying to give it right back to Balick, is no good. Nice hustle play there from Schumacher for Devils Lake, putting his body on the ice to break that one out into the neutral zone, and he's going to go for a line change. Grand Forks Central is going to get a line change of their own. Finn Lockwood has it in his defensive zone, trying to break it up along the near wall through the neutral zone. It's going to hit a player on the Firebirds bench, so it appears we're going to have a neutral zone face-off. 7.5 minutes remaining on our All-True Health System scoreboard. Grand Forks Central leading this one by a score of 4-2.
Devils Lake is completely out of gas, Sam. I mean, this is what we expected. This is the style that Central plays. They generate a lot of offensive chances. I think they've spread out from the front of the net, and I think that's helped them, actually. They've had a little less traffic out front. They're not necessarily holding the screen as a nice 2-on-1 opportunity comes in here. Taking it all himself. Oh, Forsberg, nice save and tight. On that shot attempt was number 15, I believe, Cooper DeZiel. Excellent move he put on, but Forsberg just had him by the tip of his skate, Sam.
It looked like Forsberg saved that one with the paddle of his stick. Cooper DeZiel coming in on a 2-on-1 opportunity with his line mate. I believe he was skating in with Gavin Walkenfoos there. He was given a lane to bring it all the way towards the net. Made a nice move on the goaltender, Brody Forsberg. And that's a contender for our finest auto trim cover of the game. Turnover here for the Knights, and their defensive zone creates a temporary opportunity for Parker in the Firebirds. He's going to be separated from the puck. Mac Blue has it in the near corner. He's going to move it over to Nielsen. Nielsen skates behind his own goal line, has room to skate in his defensive zone, moves it up through the neutral zone. Here comes an opportunity for Grand Forks Central. Cooper DeZiel has the puck roll off his stick, gives it back to the point. Finn Lockwood, nice job to hold the zone there. Saved by Forsberg. Rebound was loose in the slot momentarily. Comes to the near wall. Mac Blue skating downhill, and we're going to have a penalty that's going to be assessed against Grand Forks Central. Referee is indicating interference, and it's going to go against Gavin Walkenfoos, the junior. So an opportunity for Devils Lake to get back into this one. 6 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the second period. They're going to go on the man advantage. Devils Lake not with the best numbers on the power play so far this season. They have a 12.5% conversion rate on the power play. Grand Forks Central 85.7% on the penalty kill. Still an offensive zone face-off win for the Knights. Nice opportunity there in front of the net for Weston Strummy. Goes off his stick. It's going to end up on the stick of Ryder Burris. He's going to skate it all the way down into the far corner of Detroit Devils Lake's zone. Devils Lake quick to ride Burris off that puck. Now skating back into the zone of Grand Forks Central is Schumacher. He's going to drop this one for Nelson. Nelson to the far point. This one's going to go on the stick of Boline. Boline throws it towards the net. It's going to miss wide. It's going to ring around to the near side. Picked up there by Nelson. Nelson's going to give it to Boline on the far point. Nice touch pass there to get it to Parker. Parker, nice job there from Grand Forks Central's number 8, Boone Conta, to separate him from the puck momentarily. This one's going to come back to Strummy from the top of the near faceoff circle. Rebound is going to end up on the stick of Parker, and he's going to get a goal. Devils Lake scores on the power play with the goal on that one is going to be number 12, Brody Parker. That's his second of the night. Let's take a look on that replay for those of you watching on KNOX Live Sports. A shot from Strummy is going to find its way on net. Waiting for the rebound is Brody Parker on the far goal post. Wide open net on the rebound, and Devils Lake now trailing by 1. Score is 4-3 with 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the second period. That goal coming on the RBB Electric power play for Devils Lake. This one's going to come back. Grand Forks Central trying to regain a 2-goal lead. Donovan Balick scoring, making his way towards the far goal post. Throws a shot backhanded on net towards Brody Forsberg.
There's, my apologies. Really nice play by Devils Lake there, Sam. I think that one came across out past the far point, went off the helmet, off the lid of Rylan Burke, and then he kind of didn't know where it was right away. So nice tuck from Devils Lake, getting their opportunity tight. They inched this game ever closer. Central's been at a stat sheet full of Walkenfoos. His penalty there results in the goal for the Firebirds.
And that is officially going to be Parker from Nelson and Schumacher. That's Brody Parker's second goal of the game. He had that highlight reel goal in the first period to get the scoring started for us this evening. Devils Lake trailing by 4-2, now trailing by 4-3. 4.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Grand Forks Central turning it over in their own zone. Only momentarily it squeaks out into the neutral zone. The teams are going to battle for it at the far red line. Puck continues to stay on the boards. It's going to squirt back to Nielsen for Grand Forks Central. He makes a nice move to make a man miss, moves it, passes it up to the blue line of Devils Lake, and that's going to end up on the stick of their defender, Swenson. Swenson is going to dump it all the way down, so that's going to be an icing and an offensive zone faceoff for Grand Forks Central. 4 minutes remaining in period number 2.
Seems like another period, Sam, is just absolutely sped by. This one a little more action. Again, Wackenfoos finding the Stally sheet for the Knights a couple times, and Parker pulling the Firebirds back within one. Have been really impressed with how they've played, considering the barrage of shots they've taken on from Central. Central's put 27 on frame to Devils Lake's 12.
Grand Forks Central controlling possession momentarily. Here's a chance for Devils Lake coming back the other way, skating with this one on the breakaway, and we're going to have a goal for Devils Lake. That's Carson Hogness on the breakaway. He's going to even things up with under 4 minutes left to go. In a minute and a half, Devils Lake was trailing by 2. They have tied things up. Let's take a look at that one. Hogness creating a turnover at the blue line of Devils Lake. He fans on his first attempt on the breakaway. His second one goes 5-hole on Burke. So at the 4-minute mark of period number 2, that goal is going to be credited to Carson Hogness. We're going to see who got the assist on that one. A couple of players pestering the Grand Forks Central defender on their own blue line of Devils Lake. And coming in all by himself was Hogness, and we got a tied hockey game under 4 minutes remaining in period number 2. Grand Forks Central and Devils Lake.
Devils Lake just playing opportunistic hockey all night as he gets a little chippy behind the net there. Devils Lake has just played resilient and opportunistic hockey all night tonight, Sam. I mean, 2 of their goals coming by way of the breakaway at just key times. I mean, they get the first one in the game on a breakaway. They go down 4-2 in this period. You're thinking, okay, maybe here comes the kind of the big step of Central. We're used to seeing this where they just sort of start squeezing teams and laying it on, and then Devils Lake all of a sudden gets to a critical point in the game. They're able to pop it and tie this game 4-4.
Exactly, well put. As soon as Grand Forks Central went up by 2, we thought they were going to go off to the races and start thinking about running time, but now they got to start thinking about going into the second intermission break with the lead. Just 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the second. We're all knotted at 4 between Grand Forks Central and Devils Lake. EDC conference action. Grand Forks Central breaking out of their own zone. Kaysen Panzer is going to move this one up. It's going to be broken up at the Grand Forks Central blue line. That's a bad place for a turnover. Weston Nelson is going to put the brakes on at the near goal line. He's going to have that one taken away from him by Blake. Blake has plenty of room to skate this one out of his own zone, looking to get connected on the far side, on the far blue line. That pass originated behind center ice, so that's going to go all the way down for an icing, and it's going to be a defensive zone face-off for the Knights. And we have a goaltender change for Grand Forks Central. Now in net for the Knights is going to be number 30, Weston Nielsen. Weston Nielsen coming in, the junior. Both these players have split action thus far this season. Nielsen has 10 games played. Burke has 11. Nielsen, however, has seen more saves. Seen more shots against him and made more saves. 130 saves on the season for Nielsen. 91 thus far for Burke.
Parnika thinking his team might need a little bit of a spark here, Sam, and I don't disagree. I mean, this has been a really quite a back-and-forth hockey game. Maybe a goaltender change, give a new guy an opportunity to lock in.
Grand Forks Central having a tough time breaking this Devils Lake forecheck. Finally able to do so. Trey Clausen now with speed entering Devils Lake zone. Nice job by Forsberg, sprawling out onto his belly to poke check that one away from Donovan Bale. Trey Clausen, mind you. Trey Clausen showcasing some speed, trying to make it to the far post. A shot from the point. This one's going to come from Boone Conta. It's going to hit traffic on the way. It's going to come to the near corner, and eventually it's going to squirt out into the neutral zone. Having to retreat is Conta. Conta, stretch pass through the neutral zone. This one's going to end up on the stick of Kirkaby. Correction, that is going to be Spicer with it. Spicer is going to lose possession momentarily. The teams are going to battle for it in the near corner below the goal line of Devils Lake. Clearing attempt is successful. Unable to hold the zone. There was Nielsen with his hand. And this one's going to come all the way down. It's going to be played there by Nielsen. Moved up quickly. Donovan Balick entering the zone with speed. His shot towards the net is going to go off the blocker of Forsberg. Balick collects his own rebound. He's going to give it back to Nielsen at the near point. Nielsen being pestered there, has it taken away from him. Coming back the other way is Schumacher. He's going to throw a shot on net towards Nielsen from the blue line. Rebound goes to Devil's Lake, but a nice job right there of Weston Nielsen to stick with it. So a stoppage in play. Minute and 10 seconds remaining on our All True Health System scoreboard in period number 2. We're all tied inside Purpur Arena.
Just over a minute left. Nielsen finally getting his first little bit of action. Nice confidence builder save there. It wasn't a grade A opportunity, but gets a nice little block underneath. He's got maybe a couple shots to settle in before he comes out for what will be a huge third period in Eastern Dakota Conference play.
Now officially 1 minute remaining in the second period. Both teams right now, Devils Lake has all the momentum, trying to take a lead. With it is Weston Nelson making his way towards the slot, maintaining possession as he went from the east coast to the west coast. With it on the far wall, he's going to ring it all the way around to the near wall behind the net. Waiting for it, there is a Grand Forks central forward. That's Donovan Balick. He's able to momentarily get it out into the neutral zone. The puck is going to settle on the stick of Nielsen, Logan Nielsen, who's going to skate through the neutral zone. Now entering the Devil's Lake end, trying to make a move at the top of the face-off circles. However, the puck comes off his stick, and it's going to roll innocently to Brody Forsberg, who's going to hop on top of that one for a stoppage in play. Just 26 seconds remaining in the second. We're all knotted at 4. Offensive zone face-off here for the Knights. It's going to be taken by Cooper DeZiel. Cooper DeZiel is going to win this one. It's going to go back to Finn Lockwood. Finn Lockwood making his way towards the middle of the blue line is going to dump it into the far corner. Battling for it down there is going to be Cooper DeZiel. Getting it back to the point. Now here's a turnover coming back the other way. That's Bodie Parker for Devil's Lake. Nice back check effort right there by way of Gavin Walkenfoos to negate an opportunity. Now here come the Knights the other way. Mac Blue, just 3 seconds remaining. Spinorama trying to feed Walkenfoos on the far post, does so unsuccessfully. So that's 2 periods of play completed inside Purpur Arena. Grand Forks Central got getting more than they bargained for with Devils Lake. We're all tied at 4 after 2. We're going to take a quick break here. A word from our sponsors. We'll be right back with the second intermission report. Grand Forks Central Hockey on KNOX.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks. Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Welcome back to KNOX and KNOX Live Sports. We are live inside of Purple Arena after 2 periods of play. Grand Forks Central is on upset alert. We're all tied at 4. Grand Forks Central taking on Devils Lake. You are listening to the second intermission report brought to you by High Plains Water, your home's clear choice for awesome water and Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the men of steel. We had 6 goals in that second period. We're going to wait from the penalty box, see if we can get an official scoring summary. Both Adrian and I have a back of the napkin scoring summary. The more I look at it, the more I'm unable to comprehend what I'm looking at. But in the meantime, we are going to pull up our drive for the title to give you an idea of how big of an upset this game would be if Devils Lake is ultimately able to pull this one off. For those of you watching on KNOX Live Sports, you can see Grand Forks Central undefeated so far this season in conference play, 7-0 in the EDC, 8-3 overall record on the season. Devils Lake has only 6 points on the season, 2 victories compared to Grand Forks Central's 21. However, it's important to note they have defeated West Fargo, who is second in the standings right now. They have 14 points on the season. So Devils Lake, Adrian, has showcased the ability this season to lose to anybody but also beat anybody.
They're kind of becoming a big team killer, it seems like, Sam. I mean, you could say nothing but good things about the performance that they've had tonight, playing good hockey. You know, they're playing a lot of defense, and we think it's going to catch up to them, and then they pop a couple goals. And, you know, we thought that when Waukesha put the second tuck of the period in for Central and pushed that lead to 4-2, sort of like writing on the wall, you know, this might be it, here we go. They're going to start rolling their lines and kind of do the Central thing where they just start crushing you from all angles. But Devils Lake finds a way. They answer with a quick goal, and they answer with another one, I think, a minute and 20 after that. And we'll take you through that scoring summary as part of this halftime intermission report. But just a nice job of Devils Lake staying in this game. Like you said, they've shown the tendency that they can lose to anyone, but they might have an opportunity to beat anyone tonight.
And you talked about it, Adrian, the pendulum swinging back and forth, momentum in this game. That's so crucial in hockey and basically every sport at this level. Who has the momentum? And right now, Devils Lake with the last 2 goals a minute and a half apart with 5.5 minutes remaining in period number 2. They were trailing the Knights by a score of 4-2. So 2 goals just a minute and a half apart from each other. One coming off the stick of Brody Parker to make it 4-3. That's his second of the night. And then the game tying goal off the stick of Carson Hogness on the breakaway. He fanned on his initial shot attempt on the breakaway, but then was able to make contact on the second one. And I think that's what really messed up the starting netminder for Grand Forks Central, Rylan Burke. He was coming out of his butterfly, and then when the second shot came, went right through his wickets.
That's right. And just kind of fluky almost, if you will, right? Like you just don't really expect it to go down that way. But like you said, I think he starting to get out of his butterfly and start regrouping for the next shot, and then just kind of got caught right in that in-between spot.
Also in action tonight in EDC play, Fargo Davies traveling to Grafton Park River. Devils Lake playing here inside Purple Arena. Battle of West Fargo's. West Fargo Cheyenne, the Mustangs taking on the Packers of West Fargo High School. West Fargo High School, Bryce Mattern, the NCHC committed to Arizona State University. His team was defeated by Devils Lake earlier this season. We've talked about that topic ad nauseum thus far. We are making our way through the intermission report brought to you by High Plains Water and Grand Forks Welding and Machine. We're going to take a quick break here. Word from our sponsors. We'll be right back with Grand Forks Central Hockey on KNOX.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper...
As we welcome you back to this second intermission report, Adrian Cummings here alongside Sam Jensen. This report brought to you by our partners, Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales, and Grand Forks Welding and Machine and High Plains Water, folks. A chilly evening here at Purpur. And Sam, a little bit cold. Tonight's offense kind of started hot, maybe, got a little, got quick hot in that second period, and then they've not done as well. We're waiting for a scoring summary here and see if we can't get it for you. I will run down to the booth, Sam. I'll turn it back to you.
Adrian's going to go try and get a look at the scoring summary for the second period. We had 2 goals in the first period. After the first frame, we were all knotted at one apiece. And then in the second period, Devils Lake came to regain the lead. We had 6 goals in total in the second period. So we're going to, right now, it appears that we were unsuccessful and able to get a scoring summary. We can't get it for the press. I guess that's kind of the only people you really need it for, along with the coaches.
Disappointed to report we're having some printer issues here at Cliff Fido Purpur Arena, Sam.
We're going to try get that resolved. So we're going to try our best to bring you through a scoring summary of the second period. This is not the official scoring summary. We're going to hopefully be able to get that after the third for our post-game report. But starting off in the second period, like we just mentioned, we were all knotted at one after the first period. Devils Lake getting the first in the second. This goal coming off the stick of number 16, Braxton Boleen. Braxton Boleen getting the assist on that one. Oh, correction, that was a number 7 getting the goal right there for Devils Lake. That was Jackson Schumacher at the 16:40 mark of the second period. Grand Forks Central, less than a minute later at the 15:40 mark, is going to get a goal off the stick of Gavin Walkenfoos. The assist on that one coming from his teammates Finn Lockwood and Mac Blue. Grand Forks able to double up their lead to make it 3-2, getting their first lead of the game. This coming at the 11:53 mark of the second period. This one coming off the stick of Walkenfoos, back-to-back goals for Walkenfoos. The assist on that one coming from number 15. Of course, number 15 is Cooper DeZiel, and number 6, Finn Lockwood. Finn Lockwood's had a goal and a couple of assists tonight. Grand Forks Central doubling up their lead, making it 4-2 with 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the second period. That goal coming off the stick of Brady Fee, the fourth liner, picking up a Brady Kirkeby shot. So Kirkeby and Kaysen Panzer are going to be credited with the assist on that one. With 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, Grand Forks Central looked like they were about to go into cruise control. However, Devils Lake came storming back with 5.5 minutes remaining, making it a 1-goal game. Was number 12 for Devils Lake. That's Brody Parker getting his second goal of the game. And then just a minute and a half later, tying things up, was number 3, Carson Hogness. Hogness getting an assist on that one from his teammate, Braxton Deviere. So that's our scoring summary. We had 2 in the first and 6 in the second, all knotted up at 4. Let's take another break here. Word from our sponsors. We'll be right back with the third period, all knotted up at 4. Grand Forks Central Hockey on KNOX and KNOX Live Sports.
ProAg in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Blue-Rich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything ProAg has to offer.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters. Something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335. Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
It's KNOX broadcast, folks. You're listening on 1310 AM and watching on KNOX TV. Adrian Cummings alongside Sam Jensen. Sam, the voice of the Knights. What's one thing you need them to do in this third period to roll out of purple here, feeling pretty good?
Grand Forks Central did a good job of putting more shots on net towards Brody Forsberg, getting some grade A opportunities that they were able to convert on, getting a couple of Gavin Walkenfoos goals. Alongside, there was another goal for Grand Forks. That one was scored by Brady Fee. So Walkenfoos had two. Fee had the other one for Grand Forks Central in that second period. They want to continue to, do what they're doing on the offensive side, but be a little bit more disciplined. A couple of stretch plays for the Firebirds, giving them some opportunities that they were able to convert on. Turnovers at the blue line. So Grand Forks Central is going to have to take better care of the puck in all three areas of the ice here in the third period to try avoid an upset against Devils Lake. Devils Lake with only 6 points in the EDC. Grand Forks Central has 21 so far this season.
Central comfortably out shooting the Firebirds 29-17, but that Devils Lake number continues to inch up as we go through this game. Be curious to see if they'll be able to seize the momentum, Sam, in this period and have enough in the tank to roll down Highway 2, feeling good with the win.
And we continue to play on. Donovan Balick trying to make his way towards the net from the near post. Rebound, just waiting on top of the crease, eventually picked up there by Schumacher, who skates it to his own blue line. Not able to get it out, however. Grand Forks Central continues to persist with their forecheck. Now Donovan Balick has it, skating below the goal line. Tries a centering feed before he goes behind the net. It's going to be taken away by Weston Strummy. 2-on-1 opportunity here for Devils Lake. Nice back-checking there by Donovan Balick to prevent what could have been a grade A scoring opportunity. It appears the ice is still a little bit wet, so that's causing the puck to get stuck a couple of times here. Maybe Grand Forks Central able to benefit there, and that could have helped negate that 2-on-1 opportunity for the Firebirds alongside the hustle play there by Donovan Balick. Coming back the other way is Mac Blue entering the Firebird zone, throws a shot towards the net from the far side. That's going to be a stick save by Forsberg. He's going to control the rebound, and we're going to get a stoppage in play with 15 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in the third, all knotted up at 4.
Tight game here, Sam. Both teams coming out early and showing some of their strengths. Nice back check by, or forecheck, by, name escapes me.
Balick with the nice back check
you.
there to prevent a 2-on-1 opportunity. Face-off one in the offensive zone here for Grand Forks Central. Cooper DeZiel has it on the far hash marks. He's going to cycle it down low, maintaining possession. He's going to have the puck rubbed away from him. Nice job there from the Devils Lake defense, but a turnover in the defensive zone creates an opportunity for DeZiel, who throws a shot towards the net. Mac Blue was waiting on the near post for a rebound. The rebound went to the far post, eventually collected by Devils Lake, and they dump it all the way down for an icing. Expect a slower pace of play here in the third, especially from Devils Lake in a tight game. Anytime they get the puck on their stick in the defensive zone when there's not a clear and obvious breakout pass available to them, I'm sure their head coach, Lyndon Swenson, is instructing them to dump it all the way down to negate any continued pressure from Grand Forks Central. A shot coming from the point there off the face-off, off the stick of Finn Lockwood. That one was gloved by Brody Forsberg, apparently seeing it the entire way. So another stoppage in play. 2-1 in shots right now. Grand Forks Central has 34. Devils Lake has 17. All knotted up where it matters in the goals department. 4-4. Finn Lockwood with it on the far post, skating towards the middle of the blue line. His shot is going to miss wide to the left. Rebound is going to go on a stick of Devils Lake. Coming back the other way is going to be Hogness. Hogness one-on-one opportunity matched up with Lockwood. Throws a shot towards the net, trying to make a move that's saved easily by the backup netminder, Weston Nielsen. Weston Nielsen and Rylan Burke managed the net 50-50 throughout the season up until this point. Burke had the start. after giving up that game-tying goal with just 4 minutes remaining in period number 2. Head coach Grant Paranika trying to create a spark for his team, putting in the backup Weston Nielsen. Grand Forks Central now dumping it into the Devil's Lake end on the near side. Spicer battling for it down low. Spicer alongside Trey Clausen. 2 Knights battling for it. 2 Devil's Lake Firebirds skating away with possession is Swenson going D to D to the far side, unable to break it out. It's going to end up back on the stick of Boleen, who's going to ring it around from the far side to the near side, all the way down to the Grand Forks Central blue line. Collecting it there is Blake. He's going to throw on the brakes. He's going to pass it to Nielsen on the near side, moving it up through the neutral zone. Trey Clausen has it at the Devil's Lake blue line, making a move, entering the zone. Getting separated from the puck momentarily. Nice job there by Weston Strummy to separate Clausen from the puck there. And then Strummy is going to dump it all the way down the ice for another icing. So we're averaging about a whistle per minute here in the third.
Central not really moving the puck very well, Sam, early in this third period. Maybe they're not moving it terrible, but they're just not really playing very crisp hockey. So curious to see if they're able to kind of dial that in a little bit. Some sloppy passes that have resulted in turnovers. And like you said, Devils Lake just dumping and getting it out of the zone as quickly as possible.
Grand Forks Central getting offensive possession off the face-off. Right as I say that, Devils Lake is able to break it out to the neutral zone. Weston Strummy entering the Knights' end with speed, making a move, trying to drop it off to Schumacher at the blue line. It's going to poke back out to the neutral zone. It's going to be collected there by Connor. He's going to dump it below the Knights' goal line. Collecting it there is Panzer. He's going to go D to D with Finn Lockwood. Finn Lockwood trying to make a pass to the near wall. That puck was on its edge, and it's not going to reach its intended target of Ryder Rivard. Instead, it's going to go all the way down the ice for an icing penalty, this time being assessed against Grand Forks Central. Not a penalty, but a stoppage in play, so it's going to be defensive zone faceoff for the Knights. 13 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the third period.
Opportunity here for Devils Lake, Sam, to try and nip one if they can win this faceoff, which they do not.
Unable to win the faceoff, Blake gets possession, moves it up quickly to DeZiel. DeZiel entering the Firebird zone, trying to find Mac Blue backdoor. Just a couple of strides behind that one. Mac Blue collects it behind the goal line, skating to the near wall, trying to find Nielsen, streaking down from his position on the point back door. Unable to connect there. Nielsen throws a shot from the far wall towards the top of the face-off circle. Kind of an odd angle shot that is collected by Forsberg, and he's going to hold on to that one. So we're going to have another stoppage in play. 13 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in period number 3. Slow pace here. Lots of whistles so far in the third frame. Faceoff's going to come back to Nielsen. Nielsen moves it up to Walkenfuss on the near wall. He's going to throw a shot towards the net that hits traffic. Devils Lake's going to collect it and dump it all the way down. Another whistle.
You think at some time Devils Lake is going to have to try and maybe possess this puck a little bit. It's odd given the fact that, right, we're just coming off the period break now, a little over 4 minutes of play into this one. We're just coming off the period break. This is when they should be the most well-rested. This dump strategy, very curious, Sam. I wouldn't be surprised to see it later in the period, but given with where we're at now, I don't know, catching me off guard a little bit.
Here's a matchup opportunity for Grand Forks Central going up against the third line of Devils Lake. This third line not seeing a lot of ice time. Devils Lake has the tendency to rotate their top 2 lines and then mix in their third line intermittently. This one's going to come back to the Grand Forks Central zone. Blake is there to collect himself, trying to break it out. He's going to be met with some pressure at the near Grand Forks Central blue line. He's going to go D to D to Nielsen, now moving it up through the neutral zone. Here comes the fourth line of Grand Forks Central, trying to make a move towards the slot was Kirkaby. He's going to have it below the goal line. His centering feed, trying to get connected with Spicer, is going to go all the way through back to the Grand Forks Central zone, where Lockwood is going to collect it. He's going to give it to Boone Conta. Boone Conta, nice stretch ice pass to Spicer. Spicer's going to give that one to Fee. Fee trying to get a shot towards the net is going to miss wide. It's going to come back out to the neutral zone onto the stick of Finn Lockwood. He reaches center ice and dumps it back deep inside the Firebird end. Firebird's able to quickly break it out into the neutral zone, but it's going to result on the stick. Here comes Mac Blue skating in. Here's an opportunity for the Knights. A shot is going to hit the near pad of Brody Forsberg. Nice job there by Mac Blue to make a man miss at the far face-off dot in the offensive zone for the Knights. And now we're going to have a penalty as Grand Forks Central had possession. So this one's going to be away from the puck, and it's going to be assessed against the Knights. So this is going to be a power play opportunity for Devils Lake. All knotted up at 2, under 12 minutes remaining in the third period. It's going to be an interference minor assessed against Mac Blue, and that is not what you wanted if you're head coach Grant Paranika. That play coming away from the puck, and it's going to give the Firebirds, who've already scored on the power play in the second period, another chance to take the lead.
Firebirds are 12% on the season for the power play, but 100% tonight, so they got another opportunity in this one at a critical time to try and put some shots on net, and doing it without the extra attacker should help.
Devils Lake maintaining possession after the face-off, a shot towards the net, rebound still in front of the crease, puck is still loose, finally pushed to the near corner. Devils Lake is able to maintain possession. Backdoor feed! Unable to get all of that one was Weston Nelson. Weston Nelson now has it at the far blue line. He's going to move it down low to Strummy. Strummy giving it back to Boleen. Boleen walking in from the near points. That one just missing high and wide. He had an angle there. Self-breakout there for Devils Lake as the puck rings around all the way alongside the far wall. Devils Lake is going to have to regroup themselves in their defensive zone. Skating now with it is Brody Parker. He's going to give it to Weston Nelson. Weston Nelson entering the night zone. Throwing on the brakes in the near corner. He has the puck taken away from him, and making quick work with that one is Boone Kanta for the Knights. Playing it now in front of his own net is Brody Forsberg. Nice breakout pass. Finally, it's going to result in the far corner of the Knights, and Boone Kanta is going to move this one up and batting that one out of the air for Grand Forks Central is Finn Lockwood. So now applying some pressure below the goal line of the Firebirds is Grand Forks Central getting a little aggressive on the penalty kill. 30 seconds remaining on the Mac Blue interference minor. Strummy entering the night zone. As soon as he reaches the blue line, has the puck taken away from him. Now here comes Donovan Balick on a breakaway, shorthanded. Balick off of the blocker of Brody Forsberg. Great opportunity for the Knights, a man short. Unable to get the lead there was Balick coming in all by himself. 16 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Devils Lake.
The Firebirds doing an excellent job on the power play early, Sam, and a little bit weaker in that kind of middle to end part. Balick, like you said, the only way to describe that is a USDA prime choice grade A opportunity, unable to convert as Forsberg puts a nice stone wall up.
Balick opting not to make a move, trying to beat Forsberg low blocker side. The star netminder for the Firebirds was ready for that one. That was his 34th save of the evening, letting in 4. Now we're playing at even strength. Mac Blue coming out of the penalty box. Devils Lake is going to dump this one below the Knights' goal line, trying to apply a forecheck. Great job to efficiently break that one out for Grand Forks Central. Skating back the other way, a shot towards the net, off the far pad. Rebound still loose on front of the net. Eventually comes harmlessly to the near wall. Quickly, Devils Lake is going to ice this one all the way down. Skating with that one, I believe we had Trey Clausen and Ryder Burris. And also Jake Spicer generating an opportunity there. Just an absolute scrum in front of the net. Devils Lake able to get it out of harm's way. Offensive zone faceoff for the Knights is going to come to Finn Lockwood, able to make it towards the net, but wide of the frame, looking for a deflection on the way. It's coming back to the point. Panzer has it. He's going to have this one taken away. DeVere has it. DeVere coming in 2-on-1, throws a shot towards the net, misses wide, and now here comes Grand Forks Central the other way. Clausen giving this one to Ryder Burris. Pass behind Burris, unable to control it, and we're going to have a whistle on the play. Unsure what the call is here. Maybe Grand Forks Central entering the zone offsides. It appears that we're not going to have any players going to the penalty box. So it does look like Grand Forks Central entered the zone offside. So we're going to have a stoppage in play and a neutral zone face-off for the Knights.
Devils Lake with a just beautiful opportunity. Our central defender just tripped on the blue line and had a 2-on-1 going the other way. They fan their shot wide and then come back and enter the zone offsides. Devils Lake going to be kicking themselves after that first power play, and then their nice 2-on-1 breakaway. Some opportunities they've just not been able to capitalize on. And Forsberg, he's played nice tonight, Sam, but he's starting to get a little bit slower, a couple closer calls. I mean, he just found the extra inch on his pad for that last save there, but he's not as strong as he was earlier.
Forsberg starting to give those rebounds a little bit more radius outside of the crease. Devils Lake has had a handful of grade A opportunities, like you mentioned, Adrian, both on the RBB Electric power play and then that Devier 2-on-1 opportunity where he completely missed the net. Devils Lake settling the puck down in their own zone. They're just going to dump it out into the neutral zone where it's collected by Nielsen. Nielsen's going to move it up eventually onto the stick of Cooper DeZiel at the near post. Teams continue to fight for it. It's going to be a goal for the Knights. A scrum out front. I believe that's Mac Blue who eventually sent it home. Correction, I am going to say that's Gavin Walkenfoos. That's a hat trick for Walkenfoos.
Walkenfoos just is on the right stick, right time. A big scrum in front of that, and Central gets a really gritty goal halfway through this period, Sam, to take a 5-4 lead.
They all don't have to be highlight reel goals, just a scrum in front of the net, and it looks like Walkenfoos got a stick on it, almost a one-handed swat on the backhand. So Walkenfoos is going to be credited with his third goal of the game. Grand Forks Central not content with the one-goal lead. They continue to apply some pressure in the offensive zone.
This is a big turning point in this game, Sam, because this is where we've seen Devils Lake claw themselves back into it kind of no matter what's been thrown their way. Walkenfoos, congratulations on the hat trick. Excellent tuck by him.
The assist on that one coming from his line mates, Cooper DeZiel and Mac Blue. That goal brought to you by Bergstrom Electric, where the light indeed does shine brighter. Devils Lake now trying to tie it up. 7.5 minutes remaining in the third period. They trailed the Knights by a score of 5-4. They trailed by 2 in the later stages of the second period and were able to score 2 a minute and a half apart from each other to knot things up coming into the second intermission. Grand Forks Central scoring that one 9 minutes into the third period. Now only 7 minutes remaining. Here comes Strummy entering the zone for Devils Lake, throwing a shot towards the net. And that one is going to be gloved by Weston Nielsen. And he's going to hold on to that one, so we're going to have a stoppage in play. 7 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the third period. Grand Forks Central with a 1-goal lead over the Firebirds.
Central playing a little bit better hockey here, Sam, but I think they're probably a little bit surprised at what we're seeing on the scoreboard, as are we. I mean, it's a lot tighter game than I think most would have predicted, the pundits in the North Dakota hockey scene.
Logan Nielsen in the near corner, moves it to the far wall, ringing it around the end boards. It's stopped there by Boleen, the defenseman for the Firebirds. He tries to throw a shot towards the net, just dumping it into the near corner, eventually onto the stick of number 14. That is Rylan Spicer. Rylan Spicer going end-to-end, now with it below the Firebirds zone at the far hash marks, gives it back to the point to number 23, Logan Nielsen. He gets a shot on net from the blue line. The rebound comes out on top of the circles. The teams are going to fight for it between the top of the face-off circles and the blue line. Devils Lake able to poke it out into the neutral zone, right onto the stick of Blake, who crosses center ice, and then will dump that in. Grand Forks Central going for a full line change. Might create an opportunity for Devils Lake coming back the other way. Hogness unable to collect that one. Pass ended up behind him, so Grand Forks Central able to avoid what could have been an odd man rush opportunity coming back the other way after a line change. Here comes Trey Clausen entering the zone for Grand Forks Central. His shot misses high and wide. Rings all the way around to the far side where Boone Canta holds it in momentarily. Comes out to the neutral zone. Canta gains possession, dumps it back down below the goal line of the Firebirds. And now here comes Hogness skating, trying to make his way around Canta. We have no penalty on the play. It looks like Hogness was just taken down, trying to lower his shoulder to make his way towards the near post. And he loses his footing, sliding into the end wall. Thankfully, nobody's injured, but I'm surprised we're not seeing more of a protest from Landon Swenson on that one. That looked like a takedown from Canta.
Weston Nielsen looked very quickly at the ref after that to see if there might be a penalty shot. He's pleasantly surprised to see no hand in the air, Sam.
Grand Forks Central wins the defensive zone face-off, quickly makes their way down the ice. Here's Trey Clausen coming on downhill on the far side. Whiffs on a shot attempt. Will revert back to the far hash marks on the far wall. It's going to come back to Nielsen, Logan Nielsen that is. He's going to throw a shot down below the goal line. It's collected down there by Ryder Burris, comes back out to Blake. Blake walking downhill from the near point. That puck makes its way all the way through traffic, but right into the breadbasket of Brody Forsberg. Brody Forsberg making the save and holding on to that one. So we're going to have a stoppage in play with just over 5 minutes remaining in the third period. Starting to get to the strategic points of the game where Landon Swenson is going to have to think about when he wants to pull his star netminder. His star netminder with 38 saves on the night. 43 shots cast against him. 5 went in for Grand Forks Central. Here's Cooper DeZiel with the turnover in the offensive zone for the Knights. It's going to come back out to the neutral zone, played by Blake on the far wall. He's going to ring it around. It's going to come to the near side, all the way back out into the neutral zone. Playing it there is going to be Logan Nielsen. He's going to move it up along the near side to Mac Blue. Mac Blue trying to hand that one off to Gavin Walkenfoos. Walkenfoos with a hat trick tonight. He's going to give it to Mac Blue in the near corner. They're going to cycle all the way to the far side. Finn Lockwood has it on the far hash marks. He's going to move it down low to Walkenfoos. Walkenfoos is going to hand it to Mac Blue. Mac Blue back to the far point. Finn Lockwood back to Mac Blue. Mac Blue trying to find DeZiel standing right on top of the crease. Would have had a wide open net if he was able to get a stick on it. Instead, Grand Forks Central is going to collect it on the near point. Putting a shot towards the net is Boone Conta, and that one is going to be saved by Brody Forsberg.
Central desperately trying to put that final nail in the coffin, Sam, and maybe start shoveling a little dirt on it here. Just over 4 minutes remaining in the third period. They're clinging on to a 1-goal lead.
Balick wins this offensive zone faceoff for the Knights. An extra pep in the step here for Grand Forks Central. This is the best hockey we've seen them play all night in terms of just clean puck movement in the offensive zone. Haven't seen that so far, allowing Devils Lake to hang in this one. 5-4 as we approach the 4-minute mark left in third period. The puck is going to result in the bench, end up in the bench of Grand Forks Central. So that's going to be a stoppage in play, and it's going to be a defensive zone faceoff for Grand Forks Central. Keeping our eyes on Landon Swenson, the head coach for Devils Lake. Still a little bit too much time on the clock to think about pulling his starting netminder, Brody Forsberg. Taking the faceoff is going to be Larson for Devils Lake. He's going to win this one to the near wall, but it's going to go right onto the stick of Nielsen. Nielsen's going to move this one up, and a nice goal. Coming back the other way, this is going to be credited to Che Kwame. Che Kwame getting that feed, I believe, from Ryder Rivard, 2-on-1, coming back the other way. Let's take another look at that one. That is indeed Ryder Rivard coming in 2-on-1. Che Kwame on the back post, just an amazing feed from Rivard. Kwame just had to keep his stick on the ice. He had a wide open net. And we're going to have a timeout. This one called by Devils Lake. They now trail by a score of 6-4 with just under 4 minutes remaining in the third. We're going to take it with them, folks. We'll be right back with Grand Forks Central Hockey on KNOX.
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. Grand Trailer Sales.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Fido Purpur Arena. Grand Forks Central finally able to breathe easily, leading by 2 in the later stages of the third period over Devils Lake. On our Ultra Health System scoreboard, Knights 6, Firebirds 4. Center ice faceoff won by Devils Lake, trying to score 2 goals quickly. They were able to do so to close out the second period. Here comes a chance coming back the other way. Che Kwame, correction, that's Gavin Walkenfoos with an opportunity at the near post. Rebound is going to come to the near corner. The teams are going to battle for it below the Firebirds goal line. Eventually pokes out and onto the stick of Larson for Devils Lake. Momentarily has that one taken away from him by Grand Forks Central's number 15, Cooper DeZiel. DeZiel is going to ring it around to the far side. It's played there by Devils Lake's Boleen. He's going to flip it out to the neutral zone. Quickly collected by Grand Forks Central. They're going to dump it back in deep. Boleen with plenty of time to break it out. He's going to move it up to Hogness. Hogness trying to get connected with Parker. End-to-end pass from the far wall to the near wall. unable to get connected on that one, but Devils Lake accomplishes the mission of momentarily getting it into the Knights zone. Skating out with it for Grand Forks Central is Ryder Burris. He has that one taken away, trying to make his way past the defender. That's Weston Nelson. Great job there on the far wall. I believe that's Ryder Burris. Correction, that's Finn Lockwood playing the body. Nice hip check on the far blue line to prevent a scoring opportunity from Devils Lake. Now just 2.5 minutes remaining in regulation. Grand Forks Central leading the Firebirds by a score of 6-4. Shot towards the net hits his own player. Weston Strummy gets hit in the skate. Grand Forks Central collects it after that. Cross ice pass to Burris on the far blue line. Burris is going to ring it around to the near side. Chasing after it there is Ryder Rivard. It's going to come back out to the neutral zone. Finn Lockwood has it at center ice. His backhand zone entry attempt is deflected by Devils Lake. Skating with it now is Che Kwame. He has the puck taken away from him at the Devils Lake blue line. Devils Lake is going to cross center ice. They're going to dump it below the goal line of the Knights. Plenty of time to break it out. Intercepted here, but doing so offsides. Great opportunity there for Brody Parker if he had gotten there a half second beforehand at the near blue line of Grand Forks Central, intercepting that pass, but he does so offsides. So now we just have 1 minute and 43 seconds remaining in regulation. Grand Forks Central with a comfortable 2-goal lead. Neutral zone face-off won by Grand Forks. Nice movement through the neutral zone, eventually onto the stick of Ryder Rivard. Ryder Rivard trying to find a trailing Che Kwame. It's going to end up on the stick of Donovan Balick. Donovan Balick walking in from the near face-off circle, throws a shot towards the net. It's deflected and goes to the far wall. Played there by Hogness. Nice centering feed. Getting connected with Bodie Parker. Bodie Parker trying to make his way towards the net, being forced to the near wall. Has it taken away from him. Here comes Grand Forks Central coming back the other way. A pass through the neutral zone is going to not reach its intended target, but results below the goal line of Devils Lake. Skating with it quickly there is Connor. Connor going end-to-end.
Extra man coming to the bench in Forsberg.
Forsberg coming to the net right away. Donovan Balick now has it, and Forsberg makes his way back into the net. How did that happen? We blink, and Forsberg is back on frame. A shot from Donovan Balick, who thought he was going to be shooting towards an empty net. Now here comes Forsberg, so another empty extra attacker opportunity for Devils Lake, and we're going to have a penalty against Grand Forks Central. I do believe that is going to be called against Finn Lockwood. A little extra pushing and shoving after the whistle here.
Little ankle grab on the way up.
We got some finger pointing going on here from Weston Nelson, accusing Finn Lockwood of tripping him up below the goal line. It appears both players are going to make their way to the penalty box, so these are going to be coincidental minors. High stick against Nelson and a cross check against Lockwood. So it's still going to be 6-on-5 for Devils Lake. Devils Lake with the extra attacker, Brody Forsberg, out of the net. He has 40 saves on the night, 6 goals scored against him. A hat trick for Gavin Walkenfoos.
Early leader in the clubhouse for our PS Garage Doors player of the game, Sam.
Certainly. And that has been the difference. They've needed every single one of those Walkenfoos goals. He's done it the hard way, and he's done it the pretty way. 2 goals off of rebounds right on top of the face-off circle. Right on top of the crease, mind you. Now head coach Landon Swenson wants an explanation of why Weston Nelson is making his way towards the penalty box. Why those are coincidental minors. Not going to be able to change the result. Let's play on. Good job by Joey Spanger getting the conversation in front of the Devils Lake bench. Sam Jensen here, play-by-play commentary alongside Adrian Cummings, providing color commentary this evening. Joey Spanger behind the camera, keeping us on screen and looking good. And then we got Dean Braceth back at Leighton World headquarters, keeping us on 1310 AM, 107.9 FM. Grand Forks Central wins the defensive zone faceoff, quickly breaks it all the way down. Still an empty net for Devils Lake. Now just 28 seconds remaining in the hockey game. The Firebirds trail the Knights by a score of 6-4. Firebirds trying to get a puck on net from the far point. It's going to go harmlessly to the near corner. And the Knights are able to get this one out into the neutral zone. Logan Nielsen rings it all the way around to the far side. And now here comes an opportunity. Gavin Walkenfoos trying to get his 4th goal of the game. It's going to end up on the stick of Cooper DeZiel. He throws a shot towards the net. As time expires, no goal. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Grand Forks Central avoids an upset from Devils Lake. Final score inside Cliff Vital Purple Arena. Grand Forks Central 6, Devils Lake 4. Do not go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. Hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back with the post-game report on KNOX.
There's never been a better time of year than now to get that new Ford from Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks. It's the model year closeout, and you can drive off in a new F-150 XLT and save up to $14,500 or choose low 2.9% financing for 60 months. Ford Escape, another great buy. Save up to $4,250 and get low 1.9% for 66 months. Hurry in for huge discounts and low financing during our model year closeout at Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
ProAg in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything ProAg has to offer.
We change lives in Spray Advantage. Everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. Wrapping up this Eastern Dakota Conference matchup, Grand Forks Central avoiding the upset against Devils Lake. They were tied at 4 coming into the third period. The Knights eventually coming away victorious, scoring the only 2 goals in period number 3. Those goals coming off the stick of Gavin Wackenfoos getting the hat trick here tonight, and then the 6th goal coming off the stick of number 20. Number 20 being Che Kwame getting his first goal of the night, coming off a Ryder Rivard assist. Those goals brought to you by Bergstrom Electric, where the light does shine brighter. Final score of 6-4 on our Ultra Health System scoreboard. Time to give out a couple of awards. Adrian, we're going to start off with an easy one. Let's go with the PS Garage Doors Player of the Game. PS this time of year stands for Peaceful Season. It always stands for Pride in Service. Adrian, this seems like an obvious award to hand out for our Player of the Game this evening.
Hard not to spotlight Gavin Wackenfoos' performance tonight, Sam. I mean, we know he's a good player. We saw flashes of him the last few years, coming into his senior season. Or junior season, last year as a sophomore, he had a lot of really nice, high-quality games. And then tonight kind of is where you you see a star player start to separate themselves a little bit. It's a tight game. It's back and forth. He's able to get 2 big momentum goals. Central unable to capitalize on all that, but then down the stretch able to pound one in again that ends up being the final lead-taking goal for the Knights as they do cruise 6-4. So Gavin Wackenfoos is going to be my PS Garage Doors Player of the Game.
Excellent choice. Wackenfoos scoring to get the lead for to tie things up at 2 in the second period. Then he got the go-ahead goal in the second to make it 3-2. And then he also had to score the game-winning goal. Ultimately, the game-winning goal coming with 8 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the third period. That assist on that one coming from his line mates Cooper DeZiel and Mac Blue. Wackenfuss, the obvious selection for tonight's PS Garage Doors Player of the Game. Let's continue to move along with our awards. Let's go to Finest Auto Trim Cover of the Game. This Finest Auto Trim Cover of the Game, I'm going to give it to the goaltender for Devils Lake, Brody Forsberg. In the third period there, coming in all by himself was Donovan Balick trying to go short blocker. Nice job there to stay square to the puck. Was Forsberg able to deflect that one towards the near corner to keep it a 4-4 game at the time. Brody Forsberg with 40 saves on the night, 40 for 46, coming into tonight's matchup with a 91 save percentage, 3.36 goals against average. He's certainly going to help support and maintain that 91 save percentage. The goals against average is going to increase a tad. However, Forsberg kept the Firebirds in this one all night long, Adrian.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Grant Pernica, I mean, it's just tough to crack a nut like that. Forsberg, obviously a very good player. Coach Pernica is probably going to want a little bit more out of his team. I mean, they played good hockey down the stretch. We said off air, Sam, that they really played their best hockey in the final really 6 minutes of this game, maybe 7 minutes of this game. So we did not see Central's best tonight. That's tough. I mean, you got to be able to bring it on a Thursday night game against Devils Lake, or else they're going to do what they did to Cheyenne and steal one from you. And they were very close in this game. You know, so again, Central, some good to get the win, good to kind of get it out of the way, but some very, very good coaching moments coming out of this game, I think, for the Knights.
And that's going to do it for our broadcast tonight, folks. Thank you for tuning in to KNOX 1310 AM, 107.9 FM, non-traditional puck drop of 6 o'clock here inside Fido Purple Arena. Grand Forks Central is going to avoid the upset, defeating Devils Lake by a score of 6-4. Sam Jensen, Adrian Cummings, Joey Spanger, Dean Braceth. Until next time, have a wonderful evening. I'm going to be on tomorrow night. Is that a radio game as well? I think so. I could be wrong. I think you're right. All right. Let me know, Dean. Thank you very much.
I just said what he said. Oh, Gabe. Let's get that bag going, kid. Huh? Let's get that bag going, Sam. Jesus. I don't got all evening here.
We're going. I just got to...